Hey, bro.
Huh?
Let me ask you a question, man. Why you ain't change clothes, bro?
Let me ask you a question. Every time you see me, you gotta ask me a question like you 50 Cent asking people 21 questions.
But, bro, you gotta have some hygiene,
Let me
man.
ask you, did you take a bath last night?
Of course, and that's what I'm telling you, man. You gotta have some hygiene,
Well,
man.
congratulations, because I'm homeless and now I have the luxury to take a bath every night and wash clothes like that. So be grateful for what you got and stop always talking about people and stuff. That's what's wrong with people. They always talking about people instead of trying to help them and stuff. Just thank God that you able to take a bath and change your clothes every night. I might have them on the next day and the next day and the next day. That's between me and God. You worry about yourself. Any more questions?
You good,
Oh,
bro.
all right, that one I thought. Have a blessed day.
If you're tired of being censored on social media, join 60s.net. It's black owned, black operated, and black moderated, and we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net.
Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
Hey y'all, Greg Marcel Dixon here. You probably heard of me, candidate for South Carolina's 6th Congressional District. Yep, I'm that reparations guy, and I'm a Democrat. Now those may not be your key issues, but let's talk about some things that are important to you. Do you believe that the Second Amendment right of all law-abiding citizens should be protected? I am a concealed weapons permit holder by the state of South Carolina, and I will fight to protect your Second Amendment rights throughout this entire nation. But what about the right to life? You can believe that I will fight to protect all beating hearts. Do you feel that illegal immigration is a crime and should be treated as such, as we do with all crimes? So do I. So even though we may not agree on everything, I am sure we agree on a lot of the issues which are important.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master ice. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Oh, my mic wasn't on. Ah, there we go. Welcome. Once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX official. And this is the weekly wrap up. We are here doing it once again on a Friday evening. So I hope everybody is doing well. Shout out to Brother Marcel Dixon, Brennan, and on their heels out there in South Carolina. Matter of fact, I just made contact with him just a second ago. So seeing if he was going to be able to make it tonight, he might not, but who knows? Anything could happen. So let's see who we got here in the house so far. Some chick named Star. Welcome. Brandon Cruz Sings. Belly Ray. Judah Queen. Tasha Peters. Dark Skinned Brother. Louise. Silent D Productions. One Who Cares. Ramani Bay. Okay. I think I got everybody. All right. So as y'all can see, this is the end of New Black Media Appreciation Month. Of course, Samuel Logan, welcome. This is also the eve of Sister D. Tubman's birthday. So rounding out the month appropriately, Lady Effa. I think I said that. Hopefully I said that correct. Welcome. Let me get this in here. One thing, I had everything except for one thing. But one thing I do want to do is shout out. Let me get this in here. I want to shout out some of the New Black Media content creators who are not on the on this initial thumbnail. So let me get that. Hopefully I get that in here. All right, Black first, everyone. Black first, everyone. Always that. Let me get this banner off of here so I don't impede the view. Right there. There we go. All right. So this is the finale show, um, celebrating New Black Media Month, or New Black Media Appreciation Month at that. But just giving some shout outs here. So as you see, we have, of course, Brother Tariq Nasheed. Next to him, we have the avatar for Brother Jason Black, the Black Authority. Um, and next to him is Six the Goddess, for those who don't know. And then also Brother Sister ZZ on the end. Right under Tariq Nasheed, of course, is the birthday lady, uh, D Tubman. Right next to that would be the avatar for Professor Black Truth. And next to that is my Alkebulon sister, Tina Berry, straight up No Chasing with the Queen. If you know her, she's been on Fly Nubian Queen before. She's also, pretty much now known for doing Alkebulon, the United Empires of Alkebulon, the flag y'all see. Next to her, Queen Ahmadiyya Shakur. And she has various channels going into various pro-black topics, of course. B1 all the time. And then right under that, of course, is Brother Reza Islam. Need I say no more? The government took enough attention and notice to that brother's uh, scholarship and what he's been focused and studied on to put him in the disinformation dozen. So B1 to Brother Reza Islam. Of course, we have Brother Torian Rain, I think he drops about as many videos as Queen Ahmadiyya Shakur, because that's there. So both of those platforms, daily content, great, brilliant content at that, and just nonstop B1 New Black Media pertinent information that you need on a daily basis. All right. So next to Brother Torian Rain, we have the avatar for Great Black Shark. And it's, as he mentioned last week, it's about time for him to dust off his mic and get back in the mix. But for a lot of newcomers, what is funny is they don't even know that Great Black Shark is a content creator. And D. Tubman is actually one of his moderators. So let's see. So definitely go check out Great Black Shark. Check out everybody's page that I'm mentioning on this screen and who I'm going to mention that's not on the screen as well. Next, the Black Alpha Network. Black Alpha Network. Brother that goes very, very hard in the paint has coined the phrase certified B1 society. And man, I think need I say more? I'm one of our I will say for my take on him would be he would be our DMX of the voices of the new black media. I would definitely give him that. Always going to be very, very thorough takes. He go in on white supremacy nonstop, just like all the rest of us do, and and various other oppositions that may try to jump in the way. Next is the elder, Brother Judge Joe Brown. Now, he's not necessarily a content creator at this moment, but he has most definitely been a new black media content supporter. And for all the content creators, he has definitely shown them nothing but support. And also advice, just to say the least. So I mean, and that's, let me say, anybody that actually gives a damn to even want to give younger individuals advice, hey man, take advantage of it. So yeah, shout out to Judge Joe Brown. And next to Judge Joe Brown is Brother Phil Scott, the from the African Diaspora Network. Brother Phil always gives brilliant takes. it's good to see that. I'm liking that he's dropping more content himself. Not to say like he has a network and he has different people on his network, but for me, um, I really enjoy that brother's commentary and the way he breaks down topics. It's always on point, and just his spirit that he brings to that space. I dig it. Next to him, brother Afro Elite, one of the younger ones of the bunch, but nonetheless still just as ideally solid. And so if you've seen him in spaces and seen him on his platforms, I was just on with him last night and a few other brothers on this panel, and having a black media mashup, which was really really dope. So and sister on this panel on this picture right here. So we had a really great time last night, and he hosted us. And if you see him hosting spaces, it's always going to be productive, never destructive, um, always on point. I mean, it keeps it together for the I guess because as you see for myself and a lot of us, the rest of us on this panel are not of his age range, so it is a blessing to have a brother like that out here in the paint. Next to that brother, Kid Gravity. Kid Gravity Beyond. He is the one brother who is admittedly not FBA. However, he is B1. And so, with that being said, has been out here in these spaces making his own waves and doing what he do. I was also on the panel with him last night as well. For all of the people who I mentioned so far, make sure you go and follow and subscribe these individuals that you see on the screen if you already have not, which of course you should have. Um, and then, of course, no, I see y'all putting some names in the chat. I have not forgot them, and I believe most of them are on my list. Let me see. Oh, I did not have Black Magic. That is who I did not have. Oh, Yellow, I kept welcome. Hey, we are now international. And of course, Baba Rasan Live, Vicky Dillard. Let's see, who else we got? Lisa Cabrera, Marley K, Kanisha Tatu, um, sincere love the God, and Nicety Girl. Of course, we got Voice, on the financial tip of the game. Also, with that, Black Star TV 2.0. And then Gavin Richard is our, make me, please don't even butcher that brother's name. And True Royal, yeah. And I have not got a chance to catch True Royal yet. G Boots, yes, and Dwan Brown. Dwan Brown also. You'll see him in the mix out here. Uh, Elder Rashawn. Let's see. Who else did y'all drop? Gavin Richard. Demetria K. Thank you, one who cares. And Donovan. Thank you very much. Demetria K. I'm so glad I didn't miss that one. He said George Macon. I don't know George Macon, but I'll shout George Macon. I'll go follow them too. Sister Lisa Cabrera, of course. Let me see. If I have forgotten somebody so far, let me know. Because we got everybody that I have on the thumbnail, and then we have everybody that I've shouted out. And shout out to 6 Zeros, of course, for being another platform, and Melanated People for being another platform to where you can get your melanated conversation on. Real Black, Harvey from Your World, yes indeed. What's the other one I'm thinking of? We All Be TV. We All Be TV. Always held Brother Dick Gregory down while he was moving. Um, oh my lord, was it RWS? RWS that is the podcast of Dr. Neely Fuller. If you guys have not, if you guys aren't aware, he's still posting podcasts on YouTube like every week. So if y'all don't know, yeah, Dr. Neely Fuller is still putting out content. So I definitely should have mentioned him. Real Black Films, thank you very much. The Black Narrative, shout out to y'all brothers. Um, let's see, Frank Nitty, okay, one of the smaller channels. Yes, We All Be TV, Ronald Hurd. Let's see, Real Black Films, Dr. Richie. Yeah, shout out to Dr. Richie, because you know what's funny about Dr. Richie? I see him worrying the hell out of Roland Martin. That's what I see out of Dr. Richie. I see him worrying the hell out of Roland Martin. Sugar Jones, hey. Tasha Peters, didn't I see you in here? I don't think I did. I know I called your name. One who cares. Yes, indeed. Okay. Was that? Oh yeah. Okay. Victory of our. Thank you so much. There we go. Dr. Neely Fuller. So if you didn't know, yeah, he's still gone. Let me see. Put my badge back on. Jay Lava. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I came across some. Since this is just a celebration of Blackness, we're just gonna keep it family time tonight. So I'm a hopefully I'll get this. What I got here? I'm just getting sent something. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. The George Macon Experience. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for sending me that. Oh, TD Hip Hop Media. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because, I mean, you know, these are names that I'm hearing, and some of these people I'm actually interacting with, I just haven't got a chance to get to their content. Ain't that a good problem to have? I mean, ain't that a good problem to have? I can't get to everybody's content. Boy, well, we could be in a worse position, ain't that? I mean, you understand me? We could so much be in a worse position right now. I mean, all of these names, I haven't even got a chance to get to everybody. Good grief. You said I forgot Beatzilla PDX official. Of course, well, you know, right here myself. Minister of Wellness. Okay, and Pharaoh. All right. Hey, and any other the health the family of the health sector, you know, shout them out. You know, because all of it matters. Hip hop cartoons. Yes, I follow hip hop cartoons. Yarima Karima. Yes, Yarima Karima. Shout out to you, brother. Blizz. Brother Blizz. The Radical Sister. Lioness Crown. Who I forget it? I'm missing somebody. Oh, I'm missing somebody. It's gonna come to me sooner or later. Y'all keep going though. Anybody, you know, like I said. In the meantime, I'm gonna play this clip.
We are at war. People destroy us, and the first battlefield in any war takes place in the mind. Whoever controls your perception of self has already won the battle. So we've got to be serious. I also understand that not all of us are prepared to be serious. Not all of us have the mental capabilities of being serious because of all of the things that we've been consuming that have destroyed our brain cells. So that's a reality.
All right, all right, all right. Looks like we have a special guest, and this is very special because this brother calling all the way in from Hawaii, y'all. So check this out, y'all. Man, shout out Brother Jay. Say hello, Brother Jay, y'all.
What's up, Beatzilla? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing wonderful, my brother. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. Just taking it easy, getting a little vacation. Been working hard, trying to get the message out there and give our people, a platform to be able to engage one another, in a safe, secure, moderated fashion.
Yes, I enjoy it, man. It looks like you having a beautiful time right now, brother.
Yeah, you gotta unwind, man. You can't be talking about reparations all day, all day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Right.
unwind. So I'm unwinding right now, but I'm about to, I'm
Yes,
gonna get back
sir.
on the grind, keep blowing up 6 zeros and highlighting all the different content creators. We gotta do
Yes.
something, and everyone check us out. And then just one point, the new black media has changed the collective conscious of the black community. If you remember 12, 13 years ago, we were talking about black and brown alliances and and talking about
Right.
allies, and we got to
Woo.
vote certain Democrats in because they're going to do the change we need. And in just like 10, 12 years, we've seen a complete shift in our community, and that's because of the new black media. We
Yes,
finally
indeed.
have people that made it clear we need to have an agenda. Our agenda is not a Democrat agenda. It's not an LGBT agenda. It's a black agenda. And more specifically, it's a descendant of American chattel slave agenda. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the important part. So we have our own agenda, and we have people that speak to us through the lens of that agenda. And that's why it's so effective. And that's why we see the state adjusting how they talk to us because they've seen the shift. So to anyone, on my last point, if anyone is unsure about, if what we're doing is resonating, look at how the state is talking. Look at all the reparations conversations that's going on right now. It's going on because they hear us. All right. So don't ever feel like, we're not having a tangible change just because you don't have a check right now. They hear us, they see us, they know that it's a new day and a new era. So let's just keep it up, everyone. And thank you, Beatzilla. Appreciate
Yes,
everything you
sir.
do, brother.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you. And so go check out 6zeros.com. Check out 6zeros.com. Have a wonderful vacation, brother. I won't hold you any longer. Man, enjoy that sun and weather, man.
Hold on, let me get
Be
y'all. Let me get
one.
y'all the view real quick. Let me get y'all that view. Look at that, bam.
Woo.
All right, B1, y'all.
Woo. Be one, brother. Enjoy that. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Man, man. Some things in nature. That's one thing I am glad about being on the West Coast. We can see a lot of green out here. Being up here in the Northwest, man, we see it all. We could literally, like, if y'all seen my live last year when I was in the, just in the little rhododendron park, like that's right in the city. So we do have a little, like, we have a few little spots, you know, wetlands and whatnot. CH464. CH464. Yes, indeed. Man, I love it. One thing I will say, we do have a few people who tend to come out here and of other persuasions that because y'all, I don't expect too many of the family to be coming out here to go run straight up into the mountains, but we do tend to have some people who love to go do that, who aren't really familiar with the territory, and I think just recently they done just had to pull a couple bodies, but off of that mountain. So, I will say, if you're going to go up there, I know you guys say, hey, we're experienced and all of that. Listen to them people on the mountain. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, definitely. I will tell you, listen to them people on that mountain because they know what they're talking about. They definitely know what they talking about. Same thing with we have this river here every year, and I do mean every year. First hot day of the year, they run out there. You know that river is still freezing cold. Hop in there, gone. I mean, this currents is taking them all the way downstream. We watch it every year. Nino Black, Silver Tulip, welcome, welcome. Who else I see coming off in the house? Yeah. Oh, Afro Elite. What's going on, my brother? Black first. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay, so there's something I came, man, I'm kind of upset I missed it because it totally slipped my mind the other day. Because there is another person who had a birthday this month. And man, this is one new black media kind of biffed it on this one because we totally missed it. Let's see, which one do I want to play here? Okay, so for those who don't know, Buginas, what is going on, my brother? Taz the teacher. Yes, I've heard the brother Taz's name before. Yes, indeed. They hiding my channel again? Okay. Well, you know how that goes. Oh, Notorious birthday is next week. Shout out to that brother. That's right. He said he heading on vacation. Enjoy it, brother. Man, I'm telling you, I'm hoping sooner or later, because sooner or later, man, these cruises are gonna take all them restrictions off. I'm waiting. Yeah, just let me know. Give me a little forecasting time. Go get some sun and water. But nonetheless, back to what I was saying. April 27th is the great Queen Mother who is still with us. It's her birthday, April 27th. Shahrazad Ali. So without any further ado, I'm going to give her a little piece. And some familiar faces are about to appear in this next clip, family. I'm going to skip through a little bit so y'all can get to the meat of what I want. Oh, Lord.
And he's upset with his woman. So you can't just take that point.
Identify yourself and tell me if you believe it's an option that's viable.
Elsie Washington, senior writer at Essence Magazine. No one has the option to hit me in the mouth or anything else.
May I say, suggesting that someone has an option to hit you in the mouth,
but not even a right, not even anything. No one at all.
It was one of 6 points that the black man could take in his address. Now, that doesn't mean that he has to take it, but
I'd like to say
the doc decided a point that there is this progression of black women.
To say, black men, my brothers, do not.
Okay, now I'm gonna get past that because that ain't what I want to get. I'm gonna get past that waterhead dude too. Let me go. There we go. Now, see, I want y'all to pay attention to something. Okay, because one thing we know about Shahrazad Ali is she has always given it how it is, always kept it real, and over the course of 30 years now, has proven to know what the hell she was talking about 30 years ago. One thing I just go back and I'm looking at all of this material, and I'm like, okay, you guys knew she was right. That's why you threw all of these people out. And they all probably ended up getting decent careers out the gig just to stop her message. See, this is what makes new black media so powerful. You know how many people have just been named? Yeah, it's a whole lot easier to just go at one, huh? Now you just got a whole bunch of all of these old spirits just roaming around, talking what we talk. I mean, all that energy wasn't just going to disappear. But same kind of energy also with these agents of chaos. Now, I want you to see something because I was in the space with Afro earlier today, and something I picked up on. Something I picked up on with this gangster, super gangster called up. He's going to be the super gangster. And he going to bang first, and then he black second. Well, then different than all of these other groups. That's exactly the same line. All you did differently was try to use street cred to shoehorn something else in. No. So here, let me tell y'all something, gang members. Do you wonder why sometimes certain things ain't necessarily working out for you? Well, maybe it never dawned on you before that, maybe some of your compadres that you've been running with for years have always been freaking agents. No, that probably wouldn't have crossed your mind because, hey, he's down. He ran with me and done all of this. Of course he did. Not like you could tell you what agency he probably worked for, but you best believe these people have people in every black movement. What on earth would make you think they're not going to have their operatives where all the shooting is? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Rookies. So let's check this out. Check this little agent out that's finna try to get at her.
Abiola, tell us how she has managed to do it.
Abiola.
Make this a platinum bestseller on her own.
Well, it's when she attacks the least able to defend themselves, that is a black woman. When she attacks the bottom rung of the bottom rung of society and labels them as the scourge of humanity, of course that's going to cause a controversy. And any controversy is food for the media. As a media critic, I'm very much aware that anything that creates a stir, a flurry, a controversy is food for the media.
But play fair.
Now, let me address something to what she just did there. Because truth be told, outside of the media apparatus to which they are on right now, produced by Oprah Winfrey or whoever the hell else was, no, because Oprah Winfrey was just an actress in it. What's that other woman? The woman that wrote The Color Purple. That's her movie. So the people behind The Color Purple, all of this is going on around the same time. So there's a certain message being sent. You see what I'm saying? This is not too far. They're all in the same era. So what she's saying right here are elements that I can't. Alice Walker, thank you. I can't. Thank you, Louise. Thank you very much. I cannot think of any time in the 80s, late 80s or 90s to where black women were necessarily posed in a bad light on TV. Matter of fact, let's just think. Anybody remember the black woman show to where she was actually the main star? Anybody remember what show that was? And I'm talking about the 80s, not the 90s. The 80s. Anybody remember what her name was? Y'all should, because D. Tubman just put a video up with that picture not too long ago. So you should know what that was. All right. And I got another brother. Let me bring him up real quick before I continue to go on. So let me go ahead and bring him in, and we're going to finish critiquing this ridiculous, because I just want y'all to be able to peep out agent behavior. They will credit it up by look at how black she is. Her name is Abiola. And so, yeah, so we're going to get right back to this. But first, let me bring in this brother right now. Y'all get ready to welcome brother Kid Gravity Beyond. Uh-oh. Why are you so small?
I'm a small YouTuber.
Man, so what's going on, my brother? How you been?
I had a shower. I had something to eat. I'm off the plantation. Every day above ground. I lived it. Every day is good.
Good, man.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so yeah, man, we just over here celebrating.
I'm liking that desk quick jacket. I need that.
Oh man, yeah, yes indeed. Actually, hey, I'm from the again. If a lot of people don't know, I'm from the home of Nike. So,
Yes. Phil
so we
poking them.
yeah, so we this actually never came out. So
Yeah, that's what's up. And salute to the chat. Salute to the chat.
yeah, brother. So, man, so what do you let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
How do you see the effect of all of these individuals, the voices of New Black Media, as far as what mainstream media is now kind of reacting to?
Mainstream media is us. I'm just gonna say it. We are the mainstream media now.
Mm-hmm.
I was discussing it on Torian's show today.
Mm-hmm.
When Tariq moves, and again, I'm not a big fan of Tariq, but I respect the brother's hustle. When he moves, the whole world gets pissed off.
Yes,
We know
indeed.
this, including the Horn of Africa. They get
Mm.
upset every time he come out. Where is the museum, nigga?
Right.
Then it's gonna turn into, well, when is the museum opening, nigga? Because I want to book my plane ticket. Because I want to come to America. I want to be like Prince Hakeem and
Right.
Semi. Then when he gets the, he puts on the door and the website, hours of operation. Well, nigga, that is too early. Don't you mean you akata? Don't you get out of bed? You get out of bed at 4:00. So the museum is only going to be open for an hour and a half because you have to spend 55 minutes getting ready. Niggas. What is going to be in the food court? Because we know you're not going to put in the jollof. What are you going to put? The waffles and fried chicken. Because you American are so decadent.
Man.
And then when he shows what the food court is going to have, and he's going to have food from all over the FBA diaspora, and you got to throw in the oxtails for the Jamaicans, because they'll show up.
Oh
Shout
yeah.
out to the Jamaicans, I love y'all.
Yes, indeed.
And yeah, you got to put out the Dessalines plate. Gotta have the Dessalines plate,
no doubt.
and you gotta have you can't forget about the Trinidadian. So there's gonna be somebody with the shark and bacon in outside, because you can't have that inside. Too much oil. Jim Clyburn will blush.
Oh Lord.
And yeah, then he could be like, so where is the fufu? It's gonna be something. They're gonna critique. They're gonna sound like white supremacists. But hey, even that clip you just showed, Sister Abiola.
Yeah.
All them Negroes followed Shahrazad around. They all did.
Yeah.
She was also on, and a lot of people, they don't have this clip, but I found this out. When Shahrazad went on, God damn it, I forget the name. The Black Show. It was a Black show.
Montel.
She was in the audience.
Was she?
She was in the audience. She didn't get to go on stage. She was in the audience.
I do actually have that. I do actually have that too.
Yeah, she's in there, but she didn't have this get up on because they recognized her.
Oh.
When you have some when you say something stupid on national TV, everybody remembers what you look like. So you gotta hide. Even it's bad, brother Beatzilla, when they had Jesse Lee Peterson coming up in there.
I ain't got to that yet. See,
hold
on now.
Let's
wait a
go.
minute. Yeah,
I got to see him.
Okay, so let's check this out, family.
Yeah.
There are other controversies out there created.
It can be explained simply
by the same
Damn, look at
explanation as to
this
why soap operas are
Negro.
more popular than Shakespeare. Now, let me just say one other thing. About books, okay?
Look at that poverty play.
installation
Play
of that
fell
is that it doesn't
Benjamin.
require
God,
He's
he
most
got to be.
definitely. He's not FBA. Yeah, he from
Wait,
he
well,
from
we
the
got.
Caribbean.
You know what? Why you playing that? I'm finna look him up. He can't be.
Let me just say this.
That hat is
She
too
made the
crisp.
comment that this was the first book that's dealt with the
He's still
experience of black women
alive.
in
Shout
America.
out to him,
That
though.
comment, hold on a minute,
Bless that
comment in
brother.
and of
Okay.
itself
Yeah,
shows
where he
the
from?
astonishing ignorance of the literature
I'm looking it up
on
right
black
now.
studies
He
in
don't
this
have a
country.
wiki or
For
nothing.
instance, if you all want to read a real
Let me
book
see.
that would
Maybe
teach
he
you
does have a
something about the
wiki.
heroism, the greatness, the true role
Oh,
of
he
black
does
women,
not.
read Paula Giddings'
Wow, the
book,
Daily
Iron Black
Beast
Ethic.
put him on. Okay.
Read
Oh wait, is that him?
Read Dr. Margaret Walker, who for 30 years, listen, read, if you want to see,
Damn, he even have on the hat in this photo. I think it might be the same hat.
Bible, the Torah, the Quran.
Probably
You
so.
take what you can use,
This
and you
signature hat.
reject the rest. But this book talks about our collective
let's
contribution.
see.
Do not forget that. This is not all of us, but this is all of us sometime on some
He
level.
has like
There's no
no.
point in going into denial.
Identify yourself.
My name is Jesse Peterson.
There he is. There he is.
First, I want to say to your producer,
They must have scrubbed. Yep,
if
he
you're
must be
afraid
non-FBA. They
of the
scrubbed
black
his
men to read
shit.
this book, it's because you're afraid of losing your position.
Give her a chance to respond.
I know what happened.
Give her a chance to respond, please.
I don't agree with you at
See,
all.
what it is, the black woman is in the wrong position. The black man has to come back to the head of the family.
Tanya, that is the legendary Jesse Lee Peterson, biggest coon in the Crenshaw district.
We're not taking anything away from you.
What we're doing is, at Bond, we are understanding that because of that wrong position, the black woman is not able to handle that position.
Yo,
And that's
he
why
got
she's
on.
out of
He
order.
got
That's
on
why
that.
she's crazy.
He got on that 9 to 5 suit, boy.
Yeah, he do.
Right now we're in emergency.
Look at
We don't
this
have time to fight with
sister's
our family. We have to
hat.
build a nation.
Damn, the 90s were a beautiful time, was it not?
Hitting our family. We
Man.
have to come to one unity right now.
This broad
All we
look
have
like
time
she
to do
finna
is love
fly.
and build in the truth. We're in emergency. Let me run over here.
Now watch what happened, because see, if you didn't catch it, everybody just made their really quick pitch to sell their book.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what. And so
You know which show was really bad with that though? that Sally. They were really bad with pushing their books.
Yes, very much so.
Man.
Yes, Tanya Zion, how are you doing? Welcome. Oh Lord.
Let me see, Jesse. This was what, 91? Jesse was about 71 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in his late 40s there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not done with the guest appearances, family. There is more.
Oh, yeah.
This brother's actually solid.
The black
Yeah, he
woman
is
must
solid.
realize that as the black nation, we were the first people on the planet and the first people to establish family life and our roles in the family structure. What we live today is totally alien to what we originally established as our roles.
Is your point that the man has to be on top, the woman on bottom?
Well, I heard women say that they can raise a family alone. If you can raise a family, if a woman can raise a family alone, then she has had the opportunity and has the opportunity today to correct the problem of the man and her male children. But she has been unsuccessful and will continue to be unsuccessful until she gets the problem in her mind.
Stand please. Over here. Identify yourself. Hurry.
My name is Dr. LaFrancis Rogers Rose, and I teach
Lord.
African American Studies, and I've been teaching a course on the black family for the last 15 years. And I would like the author to know that I have a book on strategies for resolving conflict in black
Yo, did you hear that lady in the back go, oh?
One of the things that I think is a problem is that we have to be analytical about what we do.
You know what? Shahrazad said years later, you know what? I got so many black people paid, boy.
With the book, with your book, is that a lot of sweeping generalizations, a lot of stereotypes. And stereotypes are half-truths. And half-truths is what has put us in the position that we're in now about our relationships.
Hold it right there.
Well, them hoteps were deep in there, weren't they?
Is it not true?
Oh, but the best is yet to come.
I know. Oh, I watched this. Yo.
I know you know.
As sweeping stereotypes.
No, I don't think so. Absolutely. See, we're talking about a condition. We are talking about a condition of our people
where we have been programmed with the wrong ideas, so all of us are doing many of the same things. And we're talking about a situation where our man has been judged on the wrong standards.
Okay, go. You're asking the wrong people about this.
That's
the right,
right.
people to ask are not employed. They're in the armory. You need to ask the masses of black men who are unemployed in Bedford Avenue Armory in 125th.
Your point being?
Our point being that the black man pardon me? The black man is in the armory. He is unemployed. You are an exception to the rule about this book. He is the criteria of judgment, not you.
You can pause it right there.
Stand up, please. Excuse me.
She told a whole big lie. I know exactly where the armory is on Bedford Ave. Ain't nothing but black men and white boys coming out of there. I don't see no chicks coming out of there. That's a big lie. And they gentrified the hell out that area, and the armory is still there. So that tells you something.
Wow. Yeah, it sure do. Okay, so
oh Lord, there she is.
So we got some lives that's about to be fixed here.
Here we go.
So check this out, y'all.
My name is Yanla Van Zandt, and I am a Yoruba priestess and a cultural custodian. This is not our culture. This
Look at the beads.
Anti-cultural, anti-African, and anti-historical. Wait a minute. Because our ancestors
I ain't gonna hold you. Every show she's ever done, Ayana, she should have had Shahrazad Ali as an executive producer.
It doesn't support love, and it dismisses
For real.
the loving force on this earth, the African woman.
Take a break.
Over there with them Cleopatra braid. Man, she don't sit down. She don't sit down somewhere over here looking like she just got off. She just got off doing the lunch lady role and she had to rush over.
That is funny as hell. So yeah, brother.
Yes,
one
sir.
thing I wanted to point out in that video is that when you have a message, a real true message, even the powers that should not know your message somehow understand. So that tells you that they have been experts at dismantling our relationship. And so just looking at that, what would you say would be the markers of spotting a potential or suspected agent in the midst of a strong black group? Like, what would give you funny vibes about an individual?
Well, if we're having discussions, number one, and you just coming in to antagonize instead of to learn, I'm gonna look at you funny. And I saw that on Twitter Space today. All the brothers and sisters were doing is like, what can we do about illegal immigration? And you had somebody in there talking about tool up. And that's the code of the streets. Most of us are not in the streets, so we don't know nothing about that life. And I'm not going to risk my freedom to go take somebody out when I could just do with a phone call, or even better, group up and get rid of them economically or politically. But everybody got their own solution, so whatever. Number two, and I'm going to say it, even though we are, as a people, inherently conservative, these super conservatives, I can't rock with you. Don't come in the room. Don't come into our space pushing conservative agendas. It ain't gonna work. Cause we already know what it's about. You trying to appeal to them over there. We ain't got no biscuits. Our biscuits are for special occasions. We don't give out the biscuits 7 days a week. Go to KFC for that. They biscuits dry as fuck. But anyway,
no doubt.
That's a big red flag. And the biggest red flag is you don't check paperwork. If you've never been on Twitter Space, folks, Twitter Space, you cannot go on that stage and not get your paperwork checked while you talking. Because while you talk, and I've done this too, I'm sure Beatzilla has done it too, because I've seen him make comments. You go in that room and you get on the soapbox, best believe before you step down, somebody's gonna be like, no, go put your foot back. How are you doing? Explain this. And if you can't explain it, boy, you in some trouble.
Right.
But again, people love to go in them Twitter spaces and think they can't get their paperwork checked.
Very true. Yeah. Very true. And just recently, I guess I want to get your thoughts on this, and this will be my last question before I let you go.
Cool.
There is a black owned app that has hopped out here on Twitter trying to get people to sign up or whatnot. Now, of course, you just seen Brother Jay. That is the so when you sign up for 6 zeros, you just seen the man's face, no question. For those of us who have been in spaces with the brother from Melanated People, we know who that is. We've seen his face.
Right.
These people got a little testy when people were asking, well, how do we even know y'all actually black? So what's your take on that type of situation?
Again, we're checking paperwork. And credit to you, I think it was you or somebody else on Twitter, check the paperwork. It's owned by a white boy. I said, no, sir. I'm going to keep it moving. Plus, even what they were promoting in that trailer, I got African vibes. So I was like, okay, let me go back and look again.
Right.
I saw Africans. I didn't see any Black Americans there. So I was like, okay.
Right.
This sounds like a grift. It looks like a grift.
That's why I said it's like perfect timing.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The war is almost here. Everybody's going to want their piece of the pie. We don't have that kind of time.
And the verbiage that I heard or I read in a response was, well, if we're doing the work. So, well, wait a minute. Oh, you've hung out in a few spaces, got a little bit of terminology, but didn't get enough to know that B1 would never be next to the hashtag BLM.
That I missed.
Oh yeah. I caught
that.
that.
We don't do that. Nah. BLM has been run off the block. But if you were in Twitter spaces, you would know that. But again, this is selective hearing. People hear and they don't listen. That's a very bad problem we have in our community.
So with that being said, make sure you check people's paperwork.
Yes, sir. Check people's paperwork all day, every day. It's not that hard.
Right? It ain't that hard at all.
Never hard.
So let the people know where they can find you at, my brother.
I am on YouTube at Kid Gravity Beyond. I finally got over 500, so I'm just waiting for YouTube to unlock that community tab so I can troll even more. But you can find me there. I have new commentary, so you can check that out after you check out Beatzilla if it's not too late, because he's on the West Coast, so he gets to enjoy the rest of his night when he's done. But you can also, yeah. So yeah, man. But you can also find me on Twitter at the Kid Gravity THE, and also you can find me on Instagram at Kid Gravity Beyond and Beyond Borders Podcast. And also, I do an audio version of my YouTube channel, but whatever. But it's called Beyond Borders with Rose Gold and Kid Gravity, and Bet on Black with Kid Gravity. And you can find that anywhere you stream ratchet music. So it's not like you can't find it. So go learn something. Then you could listen to some ratchet music, go back and learn something, and then live life. But everybody, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of y'all's Friday. And yes, B1 is a mindset, not a hate group.
Man, black first, brother.
Black first.
Thanks, my brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. That is Kid Gravity Beyond. Shout out to that brother. Man, we had a real good panel last night over there on Afro Elite's channel, man. That was pretty dope. I think we went for maybe a little over 2 hours. So things get to when you just get to chopping it up, man. Time just rolls on by. So let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's do this real quick because we ain't did this in a while. So again, this is the weekly wrap up, D Tubman Eve edition.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master ice. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right, family. Well, we got to address this. What is going on here?
We're going to have a Garvey baby. Lord have mercy, Sister Danielle. You must not have heard me. Sister Danielle wants to have a Garveyite baby with King Kongalicious. Sister Danielle, and she fine too. Look at them eyes. Sister Danielle, listen, baby. We got to build the nation first. If I give up all my testosterone, I won't have no energy to build the nation. I got to build first, okay? We must build before the back shots. We must handle the business before the back shots. It is consciousness over the cookies. It is politics over the punani. It is revolution over the romance. Sister Danielle wants to have a baby with King Kongalicious. She fine too. Lord have mercy. Might have triplets. But Sister Danielle, stay focused, my sister. Understand, overstand, and understand that the building, the nation building must come before the back shots. I said the nation building must come before the back shots. Brothers and sisters, we must stay focused. We must stay focused.
Aboriginal woman, welcome, welcome. Nino Black said the Prince of Papa John's wildin'. Man, for real though. Oh man. Wow. Wow. Build before back shots. What a week. What a week. Good grief. We got mad flip outs that make no sense. You know, people upset that they might not be getting the shine that they should have gotten, and they are the authors of the reparations conversation. But unfortunately, they have fell into the pitfalls of Cloutopia.
What you're saying is that somebody got to try. No, they don't. Like, you don't have to try in the wrong way. There are ways to do this, but it's the hard way. There are ways to challenge people. There is a way to do a David and Goliath story, but man, it's hard. And some of y'all just don't want to admit that you don't want to do the hard work. Some of y'all just want to jump out and say, at least I tried. Child, if you want to try to climb the side of that mountain, what was the name of that movie? It's on Netflix. But if you want to try to climb the side of that mountain, go do it. But if you try to do it and you just trying something, you're going to fall off the side of it. You got to know what you're doing, and you got to be willing to stay in this thing for years. Now, Clobber might be dead by the time you come out of it. So what? Now you know what you're doing, and you can challenge. Now you know what you're doing, and you can still have the seat back. You can challenge whoever is coming against him. Like, it's not about...
Out to somebody. Like, did you reach out to Marcel and get
I'm not reaching out to nobody. Listen. I was here. Listen, let me tell you something, Playboy. I was here long before all these people got here. I don't owe him nothing. I don't owe him nothing to reach out to him. He didn't reach out to me. Did he reach out to me?
But are we going to help him? Right.
Help him for what? I know he gonna lose already. Help him for what? I know how this book ends. Did Marcel ever help me?
At least to get him on the debate stage. So
I'm not getting him nowhere. Shut up. I'm not getting him nowhere. I don't owe him nothing. Did he ever ask to help me? The people who took all of my talking points, they ever asked to help me? Y'all are, listen, get off my line, Negro. Don't call here no more. Don't call here no more. Because these people here, they never asked to help me do nothing. These people here came and took talking points and ran off. And you're going to ask if I tried to help them. They never tried to help me, and I don't care. I don't need to help.
FBI ran off on the plug twice. Instead of calling, they ain't calling back. She is losing it. Oh, man. And that's nothing to laugh at. But, I mean, good grief. That is ridiculous. Oh, Lord. And I mean, all of this, I stepped the talking points and then ran off. Cut it out. Cut it out. Lady. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that is super delusional. That is grossly delusional. Let's see. What is this? What are these things? At this. Good grief. And just the way she acts is like so brand new. It's like, no. I wish you would just stop. I'm all y'all's mama. Oh, y'all. So you cut it out. So let me play one of our piece from one of our greats here, because it also coincides with this night. So I will first play this.
22 million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. They see that the whites are so evenly divided that every time they vote, the race is so close, they have to go back and count the votes all over again. And which means that any block, any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You can keep Johnson in Washington, D.C., or you can send him back to his Texas cotton patch. You're the one who sent Kennedy to Washington. You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you backed controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a...
Now, we are pretty much at the same situation. We had everything 2008. Everything was stacked for the vote for Barack Obama. That's what you won. That first term of Barack Obama, you had everything. So not even having 2/3 at that point, you had it all. Complete, utter control. And didn't do nothing. Here we are again, still with hearing black folks coming into these spaces talking about, and everything they're doing right now is all just simply alluding to getting back to the voting conversation. We're not doing that this time. It's reparations, no tangibles, no vote. Simple as that. Now we have, a grassroots candidate, of course, in Brother Marcel Dixon, but outside of that, and I don't know much about the sister Tamara Pearson. I've not really been a chance to, got a chance to get familiar with her as much as I would like to. But understand, all of these picked politicians that are not grassroots politicians, they're just that, picked for their agenda. Definitely not ours. To have that many people there, so we have to start adopting a different mindset to that regard.
Chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. And what kind of alibi do they come up with? They try and pass the buck to the Dixiecrats. Now, back during the days when you were blind, deaf, and dumb, ignorant, politically immature, naturally you went along with that. But today, as your eyes come open and you develop political maturity, you're able to see and think for yourself. And you can see that a Dixiecrat is nothing but a Democrat in disguise. You look at the structure of the government that controls this country. It's controlled by 16 senatorial committees and 20 congressional committees. Of the 16 senatorial committees that run the government, 10 of them are in the hands of Southern segregationists. Of the 20 congressional committees that run the government, 12 of them are in the hands of Southern segregationists. And they're going to tell you and me that the South lost the war.
So you see that game. We're still dealing with that same game right now. That's why we need to start looking at, well, of course, and hearing the B1 and the new black media, that is the beauty of what we are screaming as a collective. From this moment forward, we absolutely have to vote our own interests. Can't you get it? And, we can no longer depend on these false prophet politicians to represent us when they have nothing but ample opportunity to do so, but absolutely refuse. It is time to cut them off from sucking the blood from the community that we have. So, we've been starving for something. You still talking about hope. No, we need tangibles. Hope. The day for hope is gone. Reality needs to hit now.
You today are in the hands of a government of segregationists, racists, white supremacists, who belong to the Democratic Party but disguise themselves as Dixiecrats. A Dixiecrat is nothing but a Democrat. Whoever runs the Democrats is also the father of the Dixiecrats. And the father of all of them is sitting in the White House. I say it again. You got a president who's nothing but a Southern segregationist. From the state of Texas, They'll lynch you in Texas as quick as they'll lynch you in Mississippi. Only in Texas, they lynch you with a Texas accent. In Mississippi, they lynch you with a Mississippi accent. And the first thing the cracker does when he comes in power, he takes all the Negro leaders and invites them for coffee to show that he's all right. And those Uncle Toms can't pass up the coffee. They come away from the coffee table telling you and me that this man is all right because he's from the South. And since he's...
Now remember when Joe Biden went and met with all of them folks? Who was it that went right on it and was like, no. We put out that Zoom, them Zoom clips. New Black Media flooded the zone with them Zoom clips, and they could not hide what happened in that Zoom meeting with Joe Biden talking to these grown adult black leaders, supposedly, talking to them like children. And then they, oh yeah, we've done the most. We're the moral conscience of the Congress. And he just sat up there, hey, look, y'all. And he just talking to y'all like that. To hell with y'all. Man, please. But that's who we have as black leadership today. Those are the same ones as he's talking about back then. Needed that cup of coffee.
From the South, he can deal with the South. And look at the logic that they're using. What about Eastland? He's from the South. Make him the president. If Johnson is a good man because he's from Texas, and being from Texas will enable him to deal with the South, Eastland can deal with the South better than Johnson. No, I say you've been misled. You've been had. You've been took. In Washington a couple of weeks ago while the senators were filibustering, and I noticed in the back of the Senate a huge map, and on this map it showed the distribution of Negroes in America, and surprisingly the same senators that were involved in the filibuster were from the states where there were the most Negroes. Why were they filibustering the civil rights legislation? Because the civil rights legislation is supposed to guarantee voting rights to Negroes in those states. And those senators from those states know that if the Negroes in those states can vote, those senators are down the drain. The representatives of those states go down the drain. And in the Constitution of this country, it has a stipulation wherein whenever the rights, the voting rights of people in a certain district are violated, then the representative who's from that particular district, according to the Constitution, is supposed to be expelled from the Congress. Now, if this particular aspect of the Constitution was enforced, why, you wouldn't have a cracker in Washington, D.C.
And just keep in mind, some of the leadership we have right now, and in the state of California, you have Maxine Waters, who could have spoken up on the reparations task force conversation, but instead, this is how she acts.
Another location where they're taking ads. Is there any more locations than this one?
No, it might have been just so many people out here.
1 minute. I want everybody to go home. And I want...
We don't got
no home. That's why we here. Miss can you talk?
Yeah.
Miss Waters, where home we gonna go to?
Yeah.
Just a moment.
Just a moment.
Nothing is going to happen here today. Nothing is going to happen anymore today.
So what about all these names?
What we're gonna?
Well,
that's what give
Well,
can you leave mine? Excuse me.
Can you leave?
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, and so I will be downtown with Lassa. I will get the housing authority. That's why they came out here today. I made them come out here, and I'm going to go.
And you need to know why they're failing, because Blanca Jimenez repeated. We gave her several meeting requests for you concerning this in Lassa for years. And now that's
There's nobody in Washington who works for their people in harder than I do.
I believe
I don't want to hear that.
I believe you. So can we finish though? Work with me.
No.
Work with me so we can house people. That's what I do.
I do every day.
What you do every day? I'm still on the damn
the
street.
money that you got
She said
and
that
thus
she
far
doesn't cash out.
in Washington, D.C. I will continue to work. I will get the information. I will no more about you today.
They would never know about you.
It is definitely time to be over and done with all of these do-nothing politicians who say they are for black people, but clearly are not. You have all of them black folks out there to whom she can get votes for that count on the census, but nonetheless, no vouchers for them. But you could just sit up here and watch, I think, what is it, 60 billion now or something like that Joe Biden wants to give to Ukraine. 60 billion. But, you know, Joe Biden and the Democrats can't find any money to pay reparations. We have to have studies, but all of these billions and billions and billions, if I didn't know any better, it almost looked like somebody was trying to spend all of the money just to say, well, man, we totally in the hole and it would totally bankrupt the country and blah, blah, blah. Hey, man, that's your problem, not ours. Because at the end of the day, if you go bankrupt by paying your debt, that's typically how that works in this country. You have something known as the IRS who's done that nonstop. So you guys are familiar with that practice. It's called the bust out. Yeah, you guys pretty much the most practiced experts on that very thing. So yeah, pay how you weigh. Cut that check. In the meantime, we have other infiltrators that will come through and they'll be like, hey, man, talk like this and talk like that. No. So what we got to do is we got to get the guns and we got to go blah, blah, blah. No. And see, that's just it. When you got people up here talking about you guys are a hate group, first off, no, because it's not a group. B1 is an ideology and it's a greeting. Like I said, well, first it's a greeting. Next, it should be a belief that you are already have ingested for yourself anyway. That's just called self-love. Right? I mean, don't let nobody try to put all these extras on it. Well, what's this? What does this mean? You have a problem with what two words mean. Something's wrong with you then. You know what I mean? And so when you seeing these people coming in here, a prime example, for all the people that call into Tariq Nasheed, they'll all do the same thing. Okay, so Tariq, so I've been in a lot of Twitter spaces and I see FBA. Okay, so I'm kind of confused. What is FBA? First, disingenuous conversation. You ain't been in all of these Twitter spaces and didn't know what this was. Especially when you were in them Twitter spaces where you was over there getting screamed on. They screamed it down your throat. You know exactly what FBA means. Trust me. If you were in those Twitter spaces, they screamed it down your throat. Oh, Nikki the God. Nikki the God is in the house. The chief moderator in the house. What's going on? So you fell asleep. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, we are talking about the people who are confused about what B1 and FBA mean and all of this other. Which again, I will point out, just like I did yesterday. This really didn't become a conversation until 2022. There was never any conversation about that. And let's be clear, for those who know, you know who they actually first wanted to identify as black identity extremists? Because there was no B1 at the time when they initially started really trying to do that. Well, it was, but not like what you would say, oh, this, because now it's like, let's make this a group. No. And see what that was, they were trying to, there was actually a whole movie made. I don't know if they ever put it out, but there was a movie made trying to make Hebrew Israelites look like terrorists. So I happened to catch wind of a movie that they had shown at Sundance, or maybe it might have been Cannes, one of them film festivals. So it's a movie that basically is, man, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of black immigrants out there that got a lot of dirt on their hands for even participating in that one. So what they did was trying to make like this. So as you know, it starts with the street preaching. So you see them preaching on the street and whatnot, and then then you see the FBI like, oh yeah, we're trying to figure them out. And then they're like, oh, well, yeah, they're kind of a cult group. So what they're trying to do is trying to make these people some kind of terrorist group. ZNAJ, welcome. And, that's something that actually has happened in real life. So they have that black identity extremist thing. Hebrew Israelites are like very high on that list. So, which is crazy because it's like, well, no, how could someone who says they're not going to promote they're not promoting go out and go do something. If you have to defend yourself, you're defending yourself. That's different. But to go out here and be on the aggressive, we got to get guns, and we got to go get the bombs and go blow up this and take them out. Ain't nobody doing none of that. And I hear people in these spaces talking crazy like that, like today. And let me put this in logical perspective, since that dude couldn't get it, and considering the area he's from, it's like, oh, okay, you kind of talk like someone else I know that don't have good sense. So he's saying, let's tool up to get the let's tool up to get the immigrants, the illegal immigrants, out of our neighborhood. Now, as a tax-paying citizen, do not use what your taxes pay for. Instead, not just you, but you go get some other black men and go get more black men to go do something illegal now, to now put yourself in such an illegal position just as they are, although you're taxpayers that could have just picked up the phone and said, hey, ICE. But see, here's something else I noticed about that. We're talking about illegal immigration and ICE. This dude is up here screaming, number one, on a non-FBA brother on the panel who's Haitian. Hey, he was like, yeah, it's like, okay. Then he came in here making a lot of big thing about his gang ties, or supposed gang ties. And with that being said, some history was given on some other things, and obviously this person probably was still a little heated. But nonetheless, their idea of dealing with illegal immigration, instead of picking up the phone, let's go get more black people involved with the law. That's all I heard. Because people are saying, the question is, is calling ICE snitching. That's the first conversation. Then Afro Elite's room is I think it was like to the effect of dealing with illegal immigration. And so dude basically is trying to figure out how to get off of his, get his screaming point at one brother off because it really wasn't about it. And when he called him out of his name was really didn't make any sense because he just unmutes himself just to call this man a name. So he really didn't have no point. But something I couldn't help but notice was the Democratic angle to which he was so adamant about. It's like, wow. It's like, if you really listen to this cat sounds like that woman, that real aggressive woman that was in the spaces the other day. They almost sound just the same. Like with this real tough guy, Black Lives Matter, moist undertone vibe. So it's like I have to posture myself. I'm a big crap. I'm a big this. I'm a big that. Why is that important? And we're talking about empowerment. You over here throwing up your game. Again, like I said, it sounds like somebody else I know that does not have good sense. So when that makes sense, and you can't confuse. See, here's the thing where they be like, "Well, man, this is where gang stuff originated from, brother." No, it didn't. Gang started with this first, protecting this. See this? Protecting it. That's the origin. And if you didn't know that much, stop screaming whatever you're screaming because you sound like an idiot to anybody from out here. You sound like a moron. I'm a big this, I'm a big this. And you just screaming on people being disrespectful for nothing. What you triggered for? Because people want to call ICE? Now, black folks talking about black folks' families, black folk community, and these other individuals ain't coming into your community for meaning you any good, but you are ready to scream at your black folk. Oh, yeah, you said I sit back and pick up on, hey, I can't help but notice because he wants to speak. I'd love to hear what the brother got to say. You can't know who a person is if you cut them off. That's why I'm telling you, all these people, let them folks talk. Let them get their point off. You'll hear all the Democrats just, Brother Alpha, yes, sir. Man, Brother Alpha Network in the house. Yes, indeed. Salute. All skin folk ain't kin folk. Z&AJ, absolute. Man, I mean, come on now. These people here, I'm a big, no. You look like, no, that's a snitch. See, that's what's so funny. That's the trick. Denise, hey, you checking in early. See, you were Black Alpha Network. You brought Denise out because she usually just hangs out. She'll chime in right at the end, but she be here the whole time. But just you start hearing this Democratic line oozing out of these people. Like the sister that was going at I think she was going at Nino. And clearly, she definitely had studdish vibes. But what her point was driving at the Democratic agenda. I mean, it literally like that. Y'all remember the old mission statement of Black Lives Matter about destroying and dismantling the nuclear family? Oh man, that sister really took it to heart. Oh man, boy, everything that a black man, I mean, just being a black man with real strong energy just bothers her. Some minutes she just loses it. I'm just listening to her. Me and my wife are sitting up here listening. She's like, what is wrong with her? I'm like, yo, she's triggered. Yo, suck my... Calm down, lady. You're a woman. You really want that smoke running up on a man? I get it. This internet will make people lose themselves. It's like you, man. Okay, let me tell you something. Back when I remember I was doing when I was recording, I think the Remedy, something Black Rome said, because Black Rome had already traveled with other artists in the business, and so he's seen a few things that may not have necessarily ever been heard mainstream about different artist situations. So just one thing to be mindful of. When you put something on record, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'll do this, I'll do that. From city to city, from state to state, there is somebody that was sitting up there listening to your music like, man, I could do what that nigga doing, man. Man, let's go to this nigga's show, man. Let's go press this. And that's just how things go. But see, they ain't gonna be just tonight. Oh no, tomorrow night you have a show and they know where your ass gonna be at again. So one thing that's important is when you get out here, start talking crazy to folks you don't know. Just remember, you talking crazy to people that you don't know. I don't know how you kids grew up, but I did not grow up the way y'all did, obviously. Because that's one fact that I'm very aware of. You would never catch me disrespecting some stranger. The hell I look like? Like, I don't know you. There's something in me that makes me want you to feel disrespected. For what? I don't even know you. That's weird to me. That is very weird to me. Maybe that's some kind of psychological issue that people got and I don't understand it. Or you getting paid money to go into these spaces to cause dissension, to get somebody start talking crazy to somebody so they in return get triggered to start talking crazy to you on a recorded space. But see, people that talk like that then say, yeah, man, if you call an ICE, man, ICE is like calling the police, man. And you probably would call the police on me, fam. You rat. You rat. Let me tell you, partner, you with your so-called gangster, don't go around real gangsters. You gonna get found out way, way early. Because you think you're smart. You are not. Because that'll be the last time you around them. You just better hope they allow you to be around somebody else. Welcome to the real world. Everybody ain't gonna play with you, man. Everybody out here ain't your mama. Don't let this get your world changed, man. And see, with that being said, those of us in that are really, really about this passionately, and we live this from day to day, this right here just rolls off our back. Because there ain't nothing about clout that we was doing this for in the first place. Huh? And just so you clear, since I'm going to leave this on the screen, just so y'all understand. Matter of fact, I'm going to go do that. And so just to let y'all know what real people about this B1 business understand, I will let the elder speak.
Cannot be discussed on camera.
Why?
Because no wise soldier, nor general, nor freedom fighter, revolutionary, nor warrior discusses that kind of sensitive subject on camera or with a member of that people who have worked so hard to put us in this condition and position and keep us in this position and conditions.
It sounds like you're talking about covert military operations.
It sounds like I'm not talking about anything. Let's pull over right here and let me run in and get my car.
Yeah, so learn real life, kids, before you get out here talking. Man, we doing your way. No, this is where your heads are at. This is where your heads are at. Okay? So next time y'all follow behind the wrong individuals, quickly turn to the right ones. Queen Alpha, hey, welcome. And yes, that was Dr. Khalid Muhammad, for those of you who did not know, because they will not let me show his face on this broadcast. So we gonna make it do what we do, though. Too late. And again, shout out to everybody who has gotten me over 600 subscribers. For those who know, like if you understand what I said on my broadcast or on Afro Elite's broadcast last night, it would help you understand why I'm shadow banned, because I was already kind of known in these circles. So everything I do, they on top of it. For good reason, though. I mean, they gotta try to keep their kingdom afloat, don't they? Oh man. So let me see. There is. Where am I going next? Let's look at this. This is because I'm gonna play these next little tidbits here. Let me play this other one first. Bear with me just 1 second. And I am going to open up the phone lines as well tonight. So y'all know. So don't go nowhere. But this real quick I want to address.
White man, no, sweetheart, we ran over there, okay? Because of men like you. I looked at your profile picture. You don't meet the criteria on looks, financial bracket, standards, none of that. That's the reason why we with the white men, because they know how to treat.
Yeah, I'm going to play that one more time.
You gave us to the white man? No, sweetheart, we ran over there, okay? Because of men like you. I looked at your profile picture. You don't meet the criteria on looks, financial bracket, standards, none of that. That's the reason why we with the white men, because they know how to treat.
I always make a point to say, how many old rich black widows have you ever seen that were married to white men? Do any of you know any? Did anybody in my chat know a wealthy black widow of a wealthy white man? Does anyone in my chat know one? If I do have one, put a 1 in the chat if that exists. I mean, now don't tell no stories now. But if you legitimately know somebody that fits that criteria, put a 1 in the chat. Well, I want to know. I just want to see something here. Are there old black widows that you know that was married to an old wealthy white man that's still kicking after that? I'm just wondering. I know the story about the that I just ran the other day with the negative Samuel looking -1. It's like you start going through your mind like, damn, is there even one in the town? In all the towns y'all live in, like, no. Maybe there's something there. Just saying. But, maybe it'll work out different for these ladies here.
Relationships, and love is love, and it's beautiful that they found partners. I don't care what race they are, but I am going to point out that Jonathan Capehart happens to be with a white man, and that's wonderful, but it does undermine the whole idea that this is a systemically racist country with white supremacists everywhere. Same goes for Maya Wiley. Her husband is not black, and Kimberly Atkins Storr. Same goes for her. And, oh, by the way, the 2 most prominent black women in the country are married to white men. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Didn't hear much about that, by the way. And who's that?
Yeah.
The second gentleman, Doug.
Yeah.
Doug Elliman, somebody like that. Emhoff is Kamala's husband.
Yeah, they made sure they pointed that out, you know. So, because if you don't know anything about that right-wing trash bag news company, they're usually pretty. They're an anti-black news publication anyway, you know. But nonetheless, they got that one right. That is the one they did get right. So there is something else. Let me play this real quick, and then we're going to get into. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. So again, because see, and I'm playing this for the simple strength of letting y'all understand just where and how our influences, you know, we give it up to the people who came before us, and a lot of y'all don't even know who these individuals are who are, you know, when y'all are in these spaces talking about the work and all. So here's some a lesson.
The water creates a special kind of dreamer because they did not know where they came from in Africa. They dreamed of the whole of it, bring it all together in one piece.
The seeds of Pan-Africanism, planted in the United States during slavery years, later flourish in the fertile soil of the British West Indies.
Trinidad produced the three greatest Pan-Africanists, H. Sylvester Williams, C.L.R. James, and George Padmore. In Trinidad, they found the Pan-African League. H. Sylvester Williams would eventually call it Pan-African. He would call a conference in London in 1900. A few scattered Africans, a few people from the Caribbean, W. Du Bois from the United States. They did not ask for the independence of African states then. They asked for preparation. Give us the kind of education that will prepare us for eventual independence. They were reasonable, but they weren't listened to. And yet the conference made some kind of impression. After the first Congress, Du Bois would be the leading light from the second through fourth. But the most meaningful, the one that Du Bois called in Paris, as a result of this Congress, Du Bois came to center stage as the leader and theoretician of Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism wasn't exactly new because black Americans were practicing it long before someone gave it a name. The African settlement movement, the movement that settled Liberia, was informal Pan-African movement. The so-called Negro Convention movement was most a discussion of how you bring the African world together. That whole 19th century was Pan-African thought. Prince Hall, his development of the Black Masonic order that he called the African Lodge. The search for a place in Africa for settlement by Martin Delany and Robert Campbell. 1829, David Walker's appeal to the colored people of the world was basically a Pan-African appeal. All of this before we come down to the end of the 19th century. The ultimate Pan-Africanist, of course, was the Jamaican Marcus Garvey.
Citizens of Africa, I greet you in the name of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League of the World. You may ask, what organization is that? It is for me to inform you that the Universal Negro Improvement Association is an organization that seeks to unite into one solid body the 400 million Negroes of the world.
It was soon after the end of World War I, the Secretary of War had told the black American soldiers that their lot would not be appreciably changed by virtue of the fact that they fought in the war. There'd been an investigation. It was discovered that many of the nurses wouldn't treat black soldiers in the hospital, wouldn't even touch them. Some of them died as a result. So you have these grievances pent up in the veteran coming home. All of this came to a head in 1919 when there were riots all over the United States. That's called the Red Summer. Marcus Garvey could point out, look, they don't want you here. Let's go back home. Let's go to Africa. Go back to Africa. Let's not only go back to Africa, let's go back in our own ships. Now, a whole lot of people who otherwise would not listen, now willing to listen.
We hear the cry of France for the Frenchmen, of Germany for the Germans, of Ireland for the Irish, of Japan for the Japanese. We of the Universal Negro Movement Association are raising the cry of Africa for the Africans, those at home and those abroad.
He began to dream the great dream and rescue the mind of millions of black Americans from depression and self-doubt. By 1923, he was in some difficulty with the boats and some of the people he had hired to run the boats. Terrible mismanagement and betrayal. He collected millions of dollars from black Americans to buy these boats, and these boats were old and not as seaworthy as he thought they were. Garvey moved over large territory, maybe too fast, and yet he built the largest movement in black America before or since. There needs to be a reassessment of Marcus Garvey and his long-reaching effects. He called attention to what slavery and colonialism had taken away. They took away a concept essential to all the people in the world. They took away the concept of state management and state maintenance. Once you are taken from the geography of your origin and forced to live in a state designed by others, you're still the slave to the man who's astute enough to control a container called the state.
The cannons of World War II were barely cold when Africans met in Manchester, England. They were prepared to claim that container called the state for themselves.
The Pan-African Congress of 1945, now you have the one thing you did not have in the rest of them. You have Caribbean scholars, African-American scholars, not a hell of a lot, and Africans themselves are now participating. We're not talking about Africa out of the presence of Africa. Now you're talking about Africans with the Africans on the scene. One African being the co-convener of the conference, Kwame Nkrumah. Out of that fifth Pan-African Congress came the mentality, the basic planning to rule and to take over a nation. The others were saying, give us the education. At the fifth Pan-African Congress, they said, we got the education, we got the manpower, we want to rule now.
The people of Ghana resisted British rule from the very beginning. In March of 1957, they become the first Africans to win their freedom. Kwame Nkrumah was ready to rule.
All right. We are back. Let me do this, and we are about to open up the phone lines. So give me a second here. Set this up. Matter of fact, I'll do this. This is the weekly wrap-up.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
So once again, we are Black Voltron in the house. Black Voltron Reloaded. I see you, my brother. Welcome, welcome. Yes, indeed. So we are about to open up this line. Let me see. We are shouting out the new black media because this is my last broadcast of the month for New Black Media Appreciation Month. So this is the finale show, and just making sure that I pay homage, and also it is D Tubman Eve. So make sure that you guys break off D Tubman this weekend. Hit her Cash App and send her some happy birthday shout outs because it is her day tomorrow. So make sure you hit her up. All right. I'm done. Toronto. All right. All right. Let me put this number in the chat. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Get that. Okay, there we go. All right. Now the number is in the chat. Let me pin that. All right. So if anybody wants to, you have any kind of a quick testimonial about the impact or influence on the new black media that the new black media has had on you, chime in and let us know, what that is. So you see the number in the chat, 971-808-2993. So if you call that number, you can go ahead and get on in. So let's see what we're doing here. I don't know if I can mute my screen here. Let me see. Oh, shout out to you, some chick named Star. Thank you so much for the donation. Peace, blessings, power, and protection be up on you. All right. Let's see. What can I do here? How do I do this? Yes. All right. No button. Okay, that's fine. What I need to do. Oh, I can do that. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, no, let me not do that. So, anybody want to call in, you can call in right now. Uh-oh. Let's see who we got here. Who's that? Hold on, family. Not going to go to my call script. No, I can do that. I will have to. I don't know what just happened. Hold on, family. Give me a second. That was weird. I couldn't answer. Couldn't answer the call. But anybody else, you could try to call in. Let's see, what is that? Well, you know what? Here, let me do this. I'll do this. I'm going to call the number back. And if you call, put your area code, so I know it's you in the chat. I get an answer, huh? All right. Okay. I just tried to call you back, 803. For some reason, I could not answer. That was weird. It was real weird. Let's see what's going on here. Jeff Will, salute, my brother. Salute. Okay. Okay, I do see another number in the chat. For some reason, it's not ringing, though. I do see call this number. I'm going to call the person who just tried to call. I'm calling. Oh, there you go. Let's get that. There we go. All right. Let me get you on in here. All right. Make sure you turn your TV back on down in the back.
Okay, I got to move back there.
All right.
You still getting echo?
Yeah, I'm still getting echo.
All right, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we good now, brother. We good. So yeah, man, let us know where you what's your name and where you calling from, my brother.
Sam Logan.
Sam.
I'm calling in Phoenix.
Oh, okay, right on, brother. Yes, sir. So yeah, what's your take?
All right. Yeah, you're gonna find this ironic, and it is funny. I have to get a shout out to Roland Martin. Why? He pointed me towards Jason Black.
No doubt.
So by going to Jason Black, I went to Professor Black too, Tariq. I found all the other brothers and sisters who are on that B1 life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my take on New Black Media Appreciation Month.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I can dig it, brother. Yeah. So what was it that Roland was where he was going at one of his rants against Jason Black?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you had to, let me go see who this dude is. Yeah, man. But that's good, man. I'm glad to hear that, brother, because there's a lot of good pertinent information that comes from all of these different voices, especially Jason Black. He was just in the space earlier. I don't know if he was able to make that one. So he actually jumped in the New Black Media space that was held on Twitter a little bit earlier and gave a great take on there. So if you get a chance, go listen to that too, because he was in there.
All right.
So, yeah, by all means, man, I appreciate your support of New Black Media. I'm sure everyone else could say the same. I've seen you in like other New Black Media members' chats, man. So it's always a good thing to see that people are really gravitating towards this B1 positive message. So, man, I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate all of y'all.
Thank you very
all
much.
Of y'all.
Thank you very much, man. Thanks for giving us a call, my brother.
All right. Thank you.
Black first.
Black first always.
Peace. All right, that's Brother Samuel. Brother Samuel. Okay. Go ahead, 803 or whoever's next. Whoever can get through next. All right. Brother Samuel Logan. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, the number is pinned at the top of the chat. Feel free. We are celebrating the wrap-up of New Black Media Appreciation Month, and this is the finale show for me because this is my last show of the month. So we will definitely be giving everybody their shout-out. Oh, okay. I was going to go through the names real quick. Let me see what we got here. Let me answer this. All right. Let me get you on in here. All right. Let us know your name and where you're calling from, brother.
There we go. Finally, I got through. Technical difficulties. This is Silent D out of Atlanta, Georgia, but South Carolina raised 803 all day. Peace and greetings to you, King Beatzilla.
Yes, indeed. Peace.
So, starting off with this, happy new Black Media Appreciation Month, King. You've been doing very good work yourself, bringing us very vital information, along with many great voices that we have that are just trying to help keep us on our toes, not to mention make sure we stay on the right path.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, brother. So what's your take? What's your take on the whole scope of the month?
My whole take on the whole month is that I am glad that I have found new Black media. It all started when back well, before things got a little bit crazier.
Right.
2 years ago.
Right.
It all started when I started. I had a thing. I was like, something's wrong, because I used to look at a lot of mainstream media. I was like, it just doesn't sit right with me. So I decided to look on YouTube, and I found, I don't know how I ran across this channel, but we're taking it back to the Advised Show Media days.
Oh, wow.
Brother
Phil Scott.
That's how I got started with new Black media before it really started taking off. And he recommended me to more channels, from his channel to it was Dr. Mubi Saraki, who is overseas in Africa.
Right.
So I started looking at her channels as well, and then I started looking at more and more and more, all the way to where I'm at today. And I'm so glad that I have found new Black media, especially my Black American people. If I haven't found that, then I would probably be one of the young little furry creatures that look cuddly but will start attacking you if you corner them with backs. I think you know what they are.
Right?
I'm not going to say it on here.
Man, you already know. You already know. They would have had you flipping out like the dude I just played.
Oh, my God. Like, what even? I mean, what is... I guess some people can't handle the truth, but is it that serious?
Right.
Well, apparently, yes, it is, because we're not going with the agenda that they're used to and that they want to stay safe on.
Right. Right. So, real quick, I'm going to put this picture up on the screen. Can you... so, hopefully, it's up on the screen where you are now.
Well, I'm using my cell phone.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of a personal project on my laptop.
Oh, okay. So handle your business.
Okay,
My question is, the other person to whom you moderate for is Queen Ahmadiyya Shakur. So for those of you all who are
the picture,
so for all of those who are just tuning in, that is her in the red. So if you have not already followed her, go follow, subscribe, and actually her channels are on my page. So if you go to my main page, you'll see a list of quite a few of these channels. Yeah, brother. So anything else before I let you go?
No, that's about it. I just want to say I love you, everybody, and
yes, indeed.
Let's make sure we stay on the path, do what we have to do, and stay on code. And for those that have to stay in the 2/3 club, let them stay. We have no time for extra baggage, y'all.
It is what it is, man. You know? Man, so appreciate it, Silent D. Man, as always, good take, and appreciate you calling the show and the support that you do for the show as well.
Hey, thanks.
Yes, sir. Man, black first, brother.
Be one. Take care.
Peace. Silent D Productions, y'all. Silent D Productions. Yes, indeed. And also, again, just, gonna get back into real quick listing off the people who we have here. So I'm gonna just list the names: Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black, the Black Authority, Six the Goddess. Oh, well, we got somebody calling. Hold on now. Let me get it here. Let me get this. All right, family. We have the one of the brothers that is on the screen right now. Right now, we have on the phone brother Afro Elite. What is going on, my brother?
B1 to you, my brother Beatzilla, and B1 to everybody in the chat. How are you all doing, family?
Great. Yeah, man. Well, so I know. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you run.
Hey, man, this year's been crazy so far. We're only in the 4th month, almost over with. A quarter year's already gone through, and we've got a lot of progress done. Okay, our vetting process, as far as the Twitter Spaces, as far as politics, you know, us B1s and FBAs, we taking over, man. And I appreciate you, definitely. I appreciate everybody who's been riding with us, who's been speaking truth to power, doing what they're supposed to be doing. I definitely got to give you your credit because, you know, too often we don't give people their flowers when they're here. So I got to give you your credit for everything that you're doing. Shout out to all the beautiful Black First people in the chat room. I see you all.
Yes. Man, hey, man, and, you know, for me, I just, like I said, I told y'all last night, man, it's been, it's really a pleasure to see, like right now, I can't even watch all of the content in a day. You know what I mean? Like I tell you, man, we can literally fly across the world and fall asleep on a plane, wake up, and New Black Media is still rolling. I mean, like, that's how crazy it is. And just, I mean, this is it for me. You know, I just enjoy watching all of y'all, interacting with all of y'all, and then just seeing the collective revolution of thought and spirits. You know, seeing that coming in the folks. Hey, man, I love it. So, hey, man, anything else you got for me? I know you do, man. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, I just want to say we have been putting out the Black media. We've been putting out so much content. It's hard for me to keep up with all the content. Somebody's going live. Somebody's on Twitter Spaces. Somebody made a new video, a new interview. But, you know, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. It's so much. It's overwhelming. But it's good to be somewhat overwhelmed with positivity. It's good to be somewhat overwhelmed with Black empowerment, you know. On white supremacy, they work 6 days a week. We're working 7 days a week. They take holidays off. We don't take holidays off. Okay? They're working 23 hours a day. We're working 24 hours a day. We're beating them by every turn. Every single narrative that they're putting out, every single agenda that they're trying to push out, we're countering that before it even reaches the door. We're spotting it, we're seeing it, we're swiping it down, we're getting rid of it. So this is the power of being on code. And the more we do this, the more on code we're being, the more hope we're giving out to the people. So I definitely want to salute everybody in the New Black Media because you guys are giving me hope, and I hope I'm just trying to do what I can for my people because I know I need to do something. It's my duty to do something. So I'm trying to do my best, and I appreciate all the support from you, from everybody in the chat room, from everybody who's supported me now, supported me from the beginning. I greatly appreciate that.
Always, brother. Always. It's a pleasure, my brother. It is a pleasure, man. So I'm gonna just, you know, encourage you, man, to keep doing what you do. And you know, I'm right here to support you. You know, you got a lot of these other strong lions around you, man. You know, this is it. You know what? This is really true. To coin Brother Alpha, this is truly the Black Alpha Network.
Shout out to Black Alpha. Shout out to our brother Black Alpha.
Damn it. So, man, any parting words, man?
if you guys are not subscribed to this brother right here, you guys need to be doing that. You guys need to hit that subscribe and put that notification bell on so you don't miss anything.
Yes.
Because the new black media, we're going heavy this year.
Absolutely.
They wasn't ready for us this year. They wasn't ready for us last year, and we doubling down this year. We're staying 10 toes down.
Facts.
I appreciate you letting me speak. I'm gonna get off here, let you do what you got to do. Keep doing the good work, brother.
Thank you, my brother, man. Be1.
Be1.
All right. Brother Afro Elite in the house. And matter of fact, I'll go back and add the link to the description of this video once we wrap up here. So y'all can go see the Black Media mashup from last night, because that was dope. That was really dope. And man, like I said, you know, if you've been fooling with us in these spaces, you would know, man. You know, what you see is what you get. It's the no fluff zone, baby. Absolutely the no fluff zone, and I love it. You know, as I said, this is really truly the Black Alpha Network, and it's. You said last night is definitely dope. Absolutely, Tia to you, and hey, you and Ace Keeper, welcome. I seen Jeff Will in the building. You know, something, brothers, that I'll put this in y'all ear while I'm here right now. Since this month is almost over, and looking at the current conversation, brother Afro Elite, I guess this is because for some of y'all know I'll be playing on Sunday. So if I could host this Twitter space, I would. But I will be able to participate at some point. But if one of y'all could kindly host a space called Cinco de Hustle. Since we have such a big question about immigration and whatnot, illegal immigration, there's a whole nother thing going on with that. And just like I heard this sister speak in these spaces today, she works for the government. She has a government gig. These people are plotting and planning against foundational Black Americans and just Black citizens. Like at this point, you can be Nigerian, but if you're a Black citizen, pretty much all of that other stuff is going out the window. So if you don't get those across the water coming to the country immigrant set-asides, you finna be in the same situation we in, partner. So just to let you know, they plotting and planning, man. So Cinco de Hustle. And if you see that pop up in one of them spaces with a different hashtag, then you know that where they got it from. Cinco de Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to really deal with this immigration situation. You know, and this reminds me, for those who are really, truly Floyd Mayweather boxing fans, y'all may know something about the Mayweather family. They tend to always pick fights with Mexican fighters on Cinco de Mayo. So one of the reasons, if you want to know again why some of these different groups out here were forming, well, it's because the white supremacists and the wannabe white supremacist Hispanics, Mexicans in particular, joined forces against us. So we're resorted to just ourselves. And, you know, now we get to hear and everybody is worried about who they can sleep with. And we should all falter because of their sexual access. No. No. We are at the position where, no, you could just make a solid decision to be elsewhere. But see, what people want to do is be like the Christian, whatever his name is, the Nigerian cat that got himself killed by the Becky. And now she ain't doing, you really thought that they was finna throw that broad in prison or in jail. They ain't even gave that chick no charges. Good luck. Maya Ponsetto jumps on a 14-year-old FBA kid of a Grammy Award winning musician, might I add. If y'all see my Friday intro, Keon got songs with Chris Scholler. They got the same platinum records. So, he can't get no justice. Who can? Jeez. Who give a damn about us, man? We MC007. Damn it. We have no friends. It's 4 words. We need to put that on a shirt. Because some of us be walking around here like them folks be like no, they might like you personally, but what is their overall concern for your group as a whole? Oh, well, I never had that conversation. Of course not. But you do have conversations naturally that will benefit them while they're sitting over there picking your brain. I mean, really though. Oh man, I need that recipe. Y'all ever take something to work? They over there. Oh man, I need your recipe. I mean, I'll make you something real simple. Like, come on. But even still, I remember taking I made like barbecue beans. Ground beef, vegetarian beans, barbecue sauce, blah, blah, blah. The whole, but you season it up, you using fresh vegetables and whatnot. But nonetheless, nothing major. Well, these people, see, here's the thing. Even if it's simple, as long as it is seasoned, man, you'll change lives of some people. Well, they'll be like, oh my God. I've watched people dust off macaroni salad. And I will say, my partner's mom makes a very, very tasty macaroni salad. But, well, you would have thought that that air just was discovered. I mean, and you're talking about one of them big old bowls. Who was at a wedding? Boy, they came over there, scoop, scoop, scoops. Oh, my God. Oh, and the greens. That and the greens. They were just, It's like, okay. Cool little catering gig. But, yeah. Yeah, we need seasoning in our food. And that's the whole thing. We could change people's palate. We could change people's swag. Well, what happens when you change people's media? Yeah, what happens then? All right. Okay, we got another caller. All right. We got my brother calling up in here. Let's see him, get him on in here. All right, my brother, let him know who you are and where you're calling from.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Black Media Appreciation Month.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, and a big B1 salute to you, bro.
Yes,
PDX official. This is Black Voltron Reloaded, calling out of West Oakland, California.
That's what's up. What you got for me, brother?
Well, I just want to say, I think we need more of this. You and the rest of the New Black Media are doing God's work to keep us informed, keep us on code, and most importantly, to keep the B1 narrative into our minds, so we're constantly meditating on that. As far as me discovering New Black Media, I found out about it in 2017, and it was pretty simple back then. I found Professor Black Truth, and then he led me to Jason Black, led me to Tariq, and then of course the YouTube algorithms start kicking in, and it's like, okay, well, who is this person right here? I found the Advice Show by Phil, and I started listening to him and stuff like, okay, and then that led me to, I think, what Afro Elite was saying, or Silent D was saying, Dr. Mumbi Sakari, and then it started branching off to different stuff, and then started finding Toya Rain, Nicole's View. And then that led me to G Boot and Mr. Superboy 223. Lisa Cabrera, True Royal Family, and then of course, it's just this new black media has been growing now. Then I stumbled on Queen Amadou Shakur. I was like, who's this? And then that's when I saw y'all, and I was like, oh shit, okay, we got more. I was like, I didn't know there was more. And then then Brother Reza, and all types of people start showing up. D. Tubman, of course, was moderating for Tariq and Brother Jason Black, and then that led me to Great Black Shark, Torian Rain Reloaded, and it's just like one after another. Now it's like y'all was saying, it's to the point where I physically can't keep up with it no more. We went from like Big 3, Big 4 to God damn, everybody's on here and stuff like that.
Straight
and
up.
It's like you said, it's 24/7. I'm like, look, we got all these Twitter spaces now. Like, I gotta go to sleep. All night and shit,
Man.
And, I remember one Twitter space I went off and stuff, like a security charge space. I went to sleep. I woke up, these niggas were still on there talking. I'm like, what the hell? Ain't y'all niggas tired? I gotta go to work in the morning,
Right. Right. I can't do that, man.
I got sleep,
For real.
You going to work all tired and stuff, drinking Google guys with coffee and stuff.
Oh, man,
but,
exhausted.
We need this. We've needed this for, man. I would say, this is probably a long time coming. I mean, we can take this back to the 60s when, everything was Black Power. And you had that same vein, albeit kind of slower and stuff, but you still had, Nation of Islam. You had, Moore Science Temple. You had, I don't think the Hebrew Israelites were big back then.
No.
But you had, Black Christians organization with Reverend Albert Cleave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you had a lot of Christian, pro-Black spaces and churches and stuff back then, which were taking, they were taking like take the place of what's going on now, and then the overall Black nationalism, the Black Panther Party self-defense out here in Oakland, and that led to Black Liberation Army and spreading the chapters all over the United States and stuff to the point where the white supremacists, I guess you could call them, Gay Coon too. J. Edgar Hoover created COINTELPRO program to try to shut us down.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing that they don't get. I mean, and they know, these white supremacists know this, those who've been studying them, that, they know they can kill the people, but they're deathly afraid of martyring people because the martyrs create even bigger movement. If you listen to the military jargon that, you hear on the news and stuff, the military generals and admirals talk about, winning hearts and minds. Same thing with political people.
Right.
They want to win hearts and minds. But you can't win hearts and minds with, bullets, and guns all the time. It has to be butter, eventually. So that new Black media is providing us something new, a stratified medium, but we're all on one code, and that's B1, whether you're FBA, non-FBA, or whatever. You got to be Black first. And, I need this like food. It's to the point where 4 years ago, I turned off my cable and TV. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
My TV actually went out. It just coughed the fuck out and shit. And I was just like, do I really need this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I said, no. I got new Black media. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to listen to this bullshit? And just, having this new black media has totally changed my level of thinking,
Yes.
changed my outlook on life. And, we all getting called the same thing. We the black sheep of the family.
Right. You already
You
know.
talking that black shit. Beatzilla, you talking that black shit.
You already know.
Why you gotta be all black? Like, what else am I gonna be, nigga? What you gonna be, white?
Right.
You gonna be Asian first? Well, we gotta love all people. I said, why? Nigga, for what? You know what I'm saying? What? They don't love us, nigga. You go down there to Chinatown and stuff and see how much love you get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for real.
Did you get any love from them from that Asian hate crime bill? How about any love from that the Afghan immigrant money that they was handing out? You go online, you look at these NGOs and these government, Alameda County immigration help that they're getting. They don't say nothing about Black Americans, Foundation of Black Americans, Descendants of Slaves, nothing. We don't get shit.
Not at all.
So why are we gonna show love to these people in November or shit, even in May or June? Fuck them.
For real. For real.
Let's keep this moving, y'all. This is a beautiful thing, and we needed this so much to the point where now they're starting to call us black nationalists again.
Right.
As FBA hate group because we're all getting on code. So, Black BIE, Black Identity Extremists 2.0, is now what all FBA is going to be. And now you got agents talking about, FBA is your hate group. Right. How's our lineage your hate group? It's not.
Can't be.
You black first or you not. So, man, keep up the good work.
Man, thank you, my brother.
All the, I can't be in everybody's spaces all the time. I regret that.
Oh,
because,
man.
I physically just don't have the time no more. But, I catch everybody when they can and help out when I can.
Yes,
and, man, let's keep this moving, y'all. This is exciting. You know, this is very, very exciting, especially for 2022.
Yes,
because we didn't kill the old black media, y'all.
Man.
We didn't kill them.
Man.
They killed them, man. It's like, look at Roly Poly Boule Bird. We clown that nigga so much, he don't even wear ascots no more.
Right.
He wearing janky track shoes and shit, He wearing them janky golf gear and shit like that. Then he had to take that off because we clowning his fat black ass so much. Old fucking Woody Owl looking motherfucker and shit. Beep, 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 beep. Fuck y'all. You ain't no such thing in new black media.
Woo.
Nigga, ain't nobody watch your punk ass broom closet with that old janky New Jack swing.
Man.
You wore Casio keyboard music on, nigga. Fuck you. Ain't no punk ass show. I bring the funk. No, you don't, nigga. No, nigga.
Real.
You don't. You weak, nigga. Shut up. Nigga, you got punked out by Richard Spencer, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Man, for real.
We're killing them, y'all, and this is a beautiful thing, and we're becoming the dominant voice.
Yes.
Now, we are the dominant voice for black media, New black media is black media now, and then kill BNC, then kill CNN+, kill the fucking Root.
Yep.
Next is going to be Blavity. Next is going to be Madame Noir, whatever them dumbass, fake-ass black stuff, black bullshit is. And pay attention.
Yes.
Watch the white mainstream media. You notice, like, that Basketball Wives or that Love and Hip-Hop shit ain't really in vogue no more like it was a few years ago. People ain't falling for that bullshit no more because we are changing the narrative. So let's keep pushing. Happy New Black Media Appreciation Month.
Yes,
I'll get up off here and stuff. And thanks, Beatzilla.
Man, appreciate it, man. Be one, my brother. Peace. Black Voltron in the building, y'all. Black Voltron in the building. And just as a quick refresher, as for those who might be new to understanding how you are supposed to move out here, and you see how we are, well, man, I don't see this, and I don't see that, and I don't see this and that and this. Man, trust me. Some people communicate, some people don't. Or some people just don't do anything at all because it was never anything to be meant to be said because the code is the leader, and also
not be discussed on camera.
Why?
because no wise soldier, nor general, nor freedom fighter, revolutionary, nor warrior discusses that kind of sensitive subject on camera or with a member of that people who have worked so hard to put us in this condition and position and keep us in this position and condition.
It sounds like you're talking about covert military operations.
It sounds like I'm not talking about anything. But let's pull over right here and let me run in and get my coat.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you know, if you hear us talking and you may be like, well, hey, I didn't really quite get what he said right there. I did. Might be the same way going the other way. Well, he did. And, you know, it's always a good thing when people be like, hey, I didn't get this. And then I see all of y'all like commenting in the thread. Every last one of you totally understood what was being said. So you can tell somebody who is so far removed from our culture that they don't know what the hell we even talking about. There's just so many things just in our culture, just growing up in the B1, just growing up as a foundational Black American. This is so many things that we know what we saying. You feel me? I didn't really get that. What does that mean? Okay. Prime example. Let me see something. And yes, B1 Rise 2022. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Let me get this thing in here. Come on now. I'm trying to act up. Yes. Salute to Dr. Khalid Muhammad, one of our brilliant minds, who they definitely wanted to silence. Oh, let me play this, because something else I wanted to kind of touch as well is, you know, how everybody is now they're concerned now with how we identify ourselves, so much so to the point to where they believe that they can tell us our origin story. Now everybody got so much information for us about us outside of our own selves. Now for me, I got family. I grew up with family members that, you know, shoot. But my great-great-grandmother was on a plantation. I think that's right. Right? That right? Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah. So just what? 4 generations removed? But see, you got to do your history. You got to do. I don't have to do any kind of like in my life. There were people like, again, my family is on the 1860 census. They're from Arkansas, 1860. What everybody else, the criteria that everybody else goes with is the 1870. We 10 years ahead of that. So I hear a lot of people out here, oh, yeah, you know, I've heard myself be considered a Pan-African sympathizer. Well, as you just seen in the Dr. John Heinrich Clark piece, actually, we have been already in practice of that behavior before all of these other groups ever embraced that idea. So if you didn't understand the concept of Pan-African was never, ever started by an African. No, started by Marcus Garvey. But I guess, you know, him not being a foundational Black American nullifies him too. Or maybe Stokely Carmichael being born in the Bahamas. Maybe that nullifies him being B1 too. So one thing I said all that to say is, do not get so caught up on this or that, because when we have logistic conversations about the business of empowerment, there are a bunch of I just got to get this out that have fell into the depths of cloudtopia and need to get it back because sometimes it's like a drug. So they enter into the conversation based on emotion, not based on the logic of the business of empowerment. And so then they start convoluting something so simple as saying that the code is the leader. Now, I have also heard that people were trying to defend the code. Well, as Professor Black Truth would say, to not defend this thing here would be treason. So when somebody says what you're not, when no one else is vouching for you, well, that's because there are temple guards to this thing. So it's not hard to see. And if you put certain individuals' names in things and call them out their names and reference, don't you know we all see that? What are you doing that for? What credibility would you get out of you trying to put this person's name in dirt when you have no standing with any of us to begin with? This is a delusional mind state that a lot of us tend to get in. So here, let me do you a favor. Let me take you even further back because I know no one taught you this. So I'm just going to play the beginning of this, and then maybe you can start understanding why you guys are sounding a little nuts.
Called Negroes are the most and the least understood of the world's people.
This term Negro demoralizes us, and is it detrimental? I feel it doesn't give us any association past a slave ship.
I think that the first task of people of African descent, whether in the United States or in Africa or elsewhere, is to get rid of this slave named Negro.
This curious word Negro was seldom or never used in Africa itself. And this word has no meaning, or no worthwhile meaning at all, in Africa. I would doubt myself if it has any useful meaning anywhere else.
What is a Negro? A simple question, but the answer is not so simple. My name is Ossie Davis. I'm an actor and a writer, and the narrator of our series of programs on the history of the Negro people. I'm also a Negro.
You see how there ain't no confusion? The only confusion is about the history of this people. And they're not a confused people. They're one group. They are recognized as being one group. And guess what the white man even told you? They ain't even recognized as being part of Africa. Their name, Negro, ain't got no standing over there. Now, that's not necessarily true, but I mean, take what the devil said with a grain of salt. So you have to look and examine everything and with a fine-tooth comb, sift through the bones. Fortunately, in the new black media, you got a lot of bone cleaners. Pause. You got a lot of bone cleaners over here that really give you clean messages. I mean, very clean cut messages. The fluff and the fat is trimmed off by the time you get it. They give it to you for what it's really saying, not what they're trying to shift your belief into believing. So, I mean, when you get these type of individuals, understand, not everybody will get along, but there is a code, and that code has proven to be triumphant. It is proven to be triumphant, to be quite honest. And by no means do we take this day of celebration lightly or overdo it and think that we're done. By no means, just like Brother Jason Black said earlier today, this is not the end of the beginning. This is the beginning of the beginning. And truth be told, that does not necessarily mean that this is not the end. That means that we are putting the end behind us and operating forward. So let's just get that little tidbit ingested. B1 Beauty Supply, welcome. So once again, let's see. Let me run back through the names one more time. We have Brother Tariq Nasheed, Brother Jason Black. We have Sister Goddess, Sister ZZ, Sister D. Tubman, to which it is her born day tomorrow, Professor Black Truth. And we have Tina Berry, Straight Up No Chaser with the Queen. And then we have Queen Ahmadiyya Shakur. We have Riza Islam. We have Torian Reigns Reloaded. We have Great Black Shark. We have the Black Alpha Network. We have Judge Joe Brown. We have Phil Scott of the African Diaspora Network. And then, of course, who you just heard a minute ago, Brother Afro Elite. And before that, you heard Brother Kid Gravity Beyond. And also with the other names that I have not mentioned, I wish I would have wrote some of those names that you guys have mentioned before. So those who I'm not mentioning or did not make this screen, by no means does that mean that you were looked at as any less. I just didn't have any room. And as I was trying to go back through my lists of all my people I follow, I try to do my best. So please forgive me if I did not get your name. And you will see my chat reiterate all the names that I missed. So we will start with Nicole's View, Gavin Richards. We have Dr. Boyce Watkins. We have Vicky Dillard. We have Elder Baba Rasan Live. We have Lisa Cabrera. We have Sincere Love the God and Nice Tea Girl. We also have my good sister Marley K and Black Star TV 2.0, Kanisha Tachu, Richard Sudan, yes, and shout out to Richard Sudan who recently started following the brother. Appreciate it, you know. We have interacted before, but I understand that everything don't tell you, hey, who's this guy? So I can dig it. Shout out to Marcel Dixon as well. He was in the conference call tonight, so he could not make it here, but we do plan to have him soon. Of course, you understand, he always shouts out the new black media. Would have been here, but he will be here down the road. So looking forward to that. It's just a matter of when we can line them schedules up. And, we definitely going to have more collaborations on this particular broadcast channel, and TD Hip Hop Media. Oh, thank you, B1 Beauty Supply. 3 minutes of black empowerment. Yeah, y'all, we missed you earlier in the roll call. So yeah, shout out to you. 3, man. Now, some people might, when you see that, some people might, because my wife did the same thing, was like, what the hell is that? I was like, no, that ain't no coon mess. That's like, so listen to what he's saying. Like, oh, okay. Like, no. 3 minutes of black empowerment. Man, the puppet, the puppet gives you that work for a good solid 3 minutes. So yeah, trust me, there's black empowerment with that work. So shout out to that brother. Oh, we got another call here. We got another call coming in. All right. All right. Let me get you up in here in this space here. Let me get you in there. Okay. All right. All right. Let them know where you calling from and who you are, my brother. Yes, Dave, what's going on, my brother? Man, I'm feeling great, man. Great. Man, it's, I'm enjoying it, man. Right up. Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Yes, sir. So what you got for us, my brother? Man. Crazy. Crazy. I'm like, yo, is this dude an Asian? Man. Right. Right.
Can't hear.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. They saying they can't hear you.
Yeah, you fine. Hold on.
Okay, there you go. Okay. My bad.
All right.
You know what? I don't know why you wasn't in the stream. Okay, now you in the stream. Okay. Good grief.
We here now.
Okay, my bad, family. So look, here we gotta do this. Let's move this. Okay, so I'll do that. All right. So we are here, family. This is Black Alpha Network. Let me reset his introduction. So I got to get that right. I got to fix that. I'll clip that up. Okay, so go ahead and give him what you got, my brother.
All right. B1 salute to everybody. Special B1 salute to you, Brother Zilla. Hey, you made my night, man. I'm sitting here relaxing tonight, enjoying the show like I always do. Even if I ain't in the chat, I'm here. B1 spirit.
Right on.
All the way. But yeah, what we were talking about some of these agents invading these Twitter spaces. It seems like they're everywhere you look. Every corner you turn, they're in there like the Secret Service of agents, like deep. I heard that brother earlier today. He was talking reckless.
Man, and that's what I'm saying. with the way he was talking, and you're supposed to be a gang member, but the first thing you do is come out of your mouth talking like, let's go get this, and like, well, wait a minute. One of the things is not incriminate yourself on camera. Like, what's wrong with you?
Hey, the code of silence, he done missed that whole point about the code of silence, didn't he?
For real.
He just he done named names and dates and Pookie and Ray and Jerome and Marquise. They coming to lock them all up. Only person that would talk like that is somebody who's working for them boys.
Thank you. And that was my whole thing about it. I'm like, well, okay. You trying to get somebody you here to get that mode going to see if you could get that type of talk popping. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's one of the crazy things that I saw. I'm like, damn, man, you trying to get people caught up in here.
Right, yeah. They trying to coerce us to snitch on ourselves, ain't they?
Yes, they is, man. For real, man. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because I noticed the other day when Brother Afro was speaking to somebody, the guy kept trying to get him to come up off of FBA and Afro wasn't going for it. Right. I seen another space where somebody was trying to do the same thing, trying to get us to stop saying B1. We wasn't going for it. This guy that we talk about today, he was trying to get us to, give all the goods and tell everything. That's agent behavior. The first things that they love to do, they want you to, disconnect yourself from your people, or they want to know your next move and, your next plot. They little Twitter agents and they just like little jitterbugs and they all over the place.
Right.
So that's why we got to truly stay focused on them. And hey, I like how you broke it down earlier, how you talking about the beginnings and the true origins of like gang activity and how it came from a positive place and now it's been misconstrued. That was thorough, my brother.
Absolutely.
I salute that all the way.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I'm from the West Coast, so we grew up knowing what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why I said we're like the remnants of militants. Like prime example. When I was in high school, there were a few, actually when I was in middle school, there were a few local groups that just got together themselves. One was called what was it? Was it BGE, Black Brothers Gaining Excellence. So this was the type of stuff that was going on around here, because like here is like X-Clan City.
Wow.
So like, man, yeah. So we were a small knit community, man, and this pro-black thing it's just always been real for us.
I always tell people the West Coast is different. It's just cut different.
Yes, yes. So even with gang culture, that's why with gang culture there were certain elements that were normal. You understand?
Right.
So because we're already used to, hey, we got a problem. The neighborhood got a problem. Then they come together. You know. So when I grew up, like even the pimps, I tweeted this earlier. The pimps used to come through, give us money as little kids, and tell us to stay out the streets and stay in school.
Wow.
So,
wow.
yeah.
With real community background behind it, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you have somebody out there, somebody's kid out there doing something they wasn't supposed to do, the hood is supposed to get at you.
Right. Yeah. It's like what's it? Self-police yourself with your own black excellence.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, I noticed that it's like from people that I know out there in the West, and the further you start heading east, like the terms and the rules start to just go away. They start to just, they don't stick to it. So then it starts getting into a lot of, ratchetness and everything, and it loses the real foundation. I remember always studying like the Black Panthers and kind of seeing how, it came from real revolutionary people from community based.
Yes, indeed.
And, and everybody else just starts stealing that type of mentality and wasting it to the point where it's not even the background that it meant. It went from, like you said, black excellence to people on the damn internet trying to get us to say all types of reckless stuff and just wild out and stuff, man. So I always tell that, though, that, to the young folks, I say, you guys don't remember, or, maybe not been around for how it used to be, what I'm saying? And,
for real.
The story to tell. Yeah, that's why it's on people like us. It's a good thing to kind of tell them to, make sure that and you plugged into the roots and the core, of the black militancy, because it all burst out of, militancy. So I always tell people, man, y'all on the West Coast is different. It's different out on the West Coast.
Absolutely.
I went out to LA.
I
visited LA, not too long. Well, no, it was a minute ago, but I was out in LA and you could just feel it. I was like, yeah, there's a code out here. It's deeper than just the street code. It's a black code, and that's over the street code.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, if you remember, if you remember when Tariq Nasheed was telling you that he got stopped by the police.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's no joke. If he's saying that he saw some brothers out there and they knew who he was, like, hey, man, you good? They don't give a damn about them police. Hey, bro, you good?
Right.
That's what he said. He had to start bucking his eyes. Oh, no, I'm good. Because, trust me, it's like that out here.
Oh, damn.
So if I would have to do the same thing, like, no, hey, man, yeah, I'm good. I'm good, brother. I'm good, brother. Hey, we just finna wait over here and make sure, though, fam. I mean, because it's like that. Like, they ain't finna let nothing happen to that man down there.
Yeah. Oh, see, I love. No. That's so much motivation right there. That motivates me to the 10.
Man, yeah, they ain't gonna let nothing happen to that man. Good test Tariq to see how that turned. Come on, y'all think he nobody? All right.
I remember. Was that lady? Is it Maxine Waters, the Democrat lady? And like those alt-right guys were down there trying to disrupt one of her things, and the brothers out in Cali ran her off the block.
Yes,
ran him off the block for trying
straight
to
up off the block. Yeah, because I mean, now she ain't doing what she's supposed to do, but they ain't finna let that happen.
Right? Yeah, right. Like even somebody who's a shield for the Democrats, you still on this side, so it's just the energy. Hey, another thing I tell people: if you look at riots and protests of the black community going from the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
At California in the LA riots, I was just a little boy, but California and LA riots were the only riots we had coming out of the civil rights era all the way to Ferguson? I mean, that's a 30-year gap, and the only people who rose up was Cali, was out there, and they had the LA riots, because if you think between
the civil rights era in 2012, there was like zero,
Wow.
real protests and real riots, and the only
Not
ones
like
who were
that.
active.
Yeah, not like that. Not like that. Because you know what happened? Because, man, I was in high school. Yeah, I was in high school. I was in high school like a freshman or sophomore
Right.
year. And so when the joint happened, because it was like the verdict came out, like not guilty, man, my dad called me because my dad was living in LA at the moment. And my dad was like, man, they going crazy out here. So what happened was, anybody who's familiar, and I'm sure you guys know all about the jungle. Well, so what happened in this part of LA, so that around that part of that Inglewood area, what they put the police on notice and said, y'all can't come in here. The jungle has been just that ever since. The police don't go in there. They say, y'all come in here, you're gonna be dragging them out. So that's why they pulled all the police up out of there. Like, and this is the one time to where this is what made it so bad. The Mexicans and some of the Mexicans, like the Serranos, they were still trying to get off getting on Negroes, but those Norteños that were down there, they kind of rocked with the blacks. So they was
That's
the
the
ones.
North and South Mexicans, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. So when
I know I'm rocking with you, baby.
right. So when you got with them, they was out there getting live with it. So you had you there. That was a moment of a black and brown coalition.
Damn. So right there, that was a moment where it was really like the police were on notice.
Oh man, I got down. So that was in March or April, and I was down there a couple months after that. Some of them buildings was still smoldering.
Ooh.
Because it was so hot, the weather had never cooled down. It didn't rain, and so like they had so many fires that they just slowly went through and started putting out the fires over the months. So some of them that's why they got all the way burnt out, because them things were smoldering 2 months later.
So when they said they was gonna set the streets on fire, they meant they was gonna set the streets on fire and did it.
They tore it up, man. They tore it up. Now the one thing about here, what happened, why they didn't like Portland this last go around, is because see, we learned a few things from last time. And so there's a city here which is Lake Oswego. They basically blocked that joint off. So everybody, that's why you seen them go downtown and run up in the Pioneer Place. And that's where they hit the Gucci and the Louis, and their maid went in there and tore their asses off, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that I'm always infatuated with a lot of the the roots and the grassroots from California, going back from the old days to like modern days. Just because that's like one of the places I've ever been to where there's a black code that's underneath or really above the street code. It's still attached. Everywhere else is. You know how like the black code and the street code in other places are two different things. If you on one or the other. And I know in Cali it's just like it's the same. It's like it coincides. It's hard to separate the two. And I always had that vibe. I remember once again when I was out in LA, I ran into some brothers out there, and they sat down and talked to me, and they was telling me how a lot of the brothers and sisters from out there came from the South, and they were on their own out there, so they had to team up and click up to protect each other, and then that gave way to the gangs protecting the communities.
Right.
It just started that flow of on code being on the same page. I've always been infatuated with that real West Coast unity. That unfortunately, a lot of people in the East, they don't have that a lot of times when you leave and stuff. I'm from Ohio, and it's there, but it's in pockets. A little here, a little there. You know what I'm saying? In the South, even in the South, it's here and there, but it's not like that is on the West Coast.
Well, you know what it is. We out here, a lot of us, because all of these families came out here from the South, they migrated, right? So a lot of us are related. Good
point.
So like my sister lives in LA. I got family and cousins all in LA. I got one of my closest partners is from Oakland. So and then I got family and all up in that 415 thing, and then go up to Seattle. you know, man, we family from Tacoma and Seattle, and all up and down from Seattle, Tacoma, Portland, Oakland. Well, shoot, the whole from Sacramento all the way to San Francisco, and then even further down, let's say Fresno. Them some wild boys. I don't know what's going on down there. And then you get down to LA and San Diego. And all of these places have been riots at one point or a time, racial riots at one time or another. And all up and down this I-5 corridor.
I seen when that Trayvon Martin situation and then the Mike Brown situation.
Yes.
I seen more protests in California than in Florida. Take Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
Trayvon Martin happened in Florida. They didn't pretty much do nothing. Much respect to Florida, but I was down there and they didn't do nothing. They just complained and went home. And I seen people in California shutting bridges down. I said they protested more on Cali than they all Florida, and it happened in Florida. I said them California boys live. They live.
Trayvon Martin would not have happened in California.
Thank you.
I'll put it to you like that. And down there in LA, I'm gonna put it to you like this. If you are really with that thing, can George Zimmerman just be comfortable in your neighborhood?
Right. You gonna go make that happen no matter what.
I mean, are you about that smoke? I thought. I mean, hey. I mean, people say they G's, but yeah, you know.
They'll ride on each other quick. They make a phone call to go get another brother in 2 seconds, and they come to get anybody else. Then it's I got something to do, and ain't my fight. They find every reason not to do it. I see a lot of people on Twitter. This will get me. I see a lot of Florida boys. I see it a lot, and they always saying, "Well, it wouldn't happen in this county," or George Zimmerman did this on this county. I said, brother, there's something called a car. You can get a train, you can get an Uber. You could, if you really got a problem with somebody, no matter what it is, if you go down there to curse at them. You ain't did that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't twisted the doorknob on this man, and he's right there. So they talk a lot of smoke, but I always understood from afar. I always looked at California and said, when they say they really gonna do something, they do it.
Yes,
they do
sir.
it. I love the West Coast history. That's why I love Tariq putting that museum out there. I love it because there's so much
background
going back to was it Bunchy Carter?
Yes.
John Huggins. The Black Panthers and stuff, and it's so thick out there that needs to be represented heavily.
Absolutely. And as far as here, there's a book called The Portland Panthers too, if you want to check that out.
What's it called?
The Portland Panthers.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
Kent Ford and a lot of them brothers that were up here. Because all up again, this corridor, this is basically the first moving ground of the Panthers. So they was moving through the Bay and then coming up here and then up in Seattle. That's where the Langston Hughes. There's a lot of stuff history up here in the Northwest. Because of course Quincy Jones and Ray Charles. Once Ray Charles moved out west, he was up in Seattle.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, so they were moving along the West Coast Chitlin circuit, which is Seattle, Portland, and then you hit the Bay, and then you went to California, and then you might start trying to get to Texas. So yeah, that's
so
old school.
Making their rounds.
Hell yeah, that's real. That's old. You just took me back, boy. I'm giving history lessons tonight, ain't I?
Dropping that heat. I told you, man, it was heat. I was laid back. I was posted in the crib. I said, hold on, let me put on Zilla tonight. I'm sitting here eating pizza, watching it. Got my window open. Got my pit bull right here.
So enough. I mean, man, you just made me think man, this is literally the history of this area, man. It's revolution. Revolution.
Yeah, it's all based on revolution.
Absolutely.
I love that part. The best thing about it is, like you just said, brother, the history is so rich and so defined, and we keep it alive so much out here on the East Coast. A lot of people, we look at the West Coast and we see it from afar. But I tell people all the time, man, go out there, go visit it, and go see the lifestyle, and go enjoy it and check it out. Because I would say 50% of our Black history FBAs is out there on the West, and
Yes.
the other 50 is out here on the East.
Yep.
I was like, so don't disassociate yourself. Put them, 50 and 50 make 100.
Yeah.
And, we stay 100. So
Yeah.
I always, like chopping it up, man, from
Yes,
anybody
sir.
from the West Coast and getting that West Coast love. And there's a lot of other things on the West Coast I like out there too.
Yes. Hey, well, I'm from Portland. I'm from the home, so you know what it is.
Oh, you already know.
So, and Black Voltron said the I-5 effect. That is real talk.
There you go.
We would,
Yes.
and here's the other thing that goes with I-5. That's where all the black cities, all up in the thriving black towns.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I-5 is.
Okay.
From Seattle all the way to San Diego.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's a lot of land, right? That covered a lot of space.
And people are like, why can't y'all just get together?
Right. I see what you're saying.
So they didn't, instead of using the military and the KKK and bombs like Black Wall Street, they just used the damn freeway and hospitals in the stadiums, by the way.
Damn.
Yep. So that's all they did. Same effect, just different tool.
Same effect, just different tool. I see what you're saying. They're going to one way or another try.
Exactly. Exactly.
Boy, they get creative. They get creative when they're trying to stop black power, don't they? These motherfuckers start a goddamn put a damn spaceship in the middle of the neighborhood if it meant something.
Man, family, if you don't understand, they eat, sleep, drink, wake up again the next day with oppressing us on their mind. If they could not oppress us, there wouldn't be anything worth living for. I hope y'all understand that. But anything before I let you go, brother? Anything else before I let you go, bro?
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, I got to salute you, man. Hey, like I said, I'm cooling out here tonight, man. I had to pull up, man, the black media, new black media, man. All of us involved, one big family, yes. FBA, B1, certified black. I got to get with you, man. I want to do something else, man. Yes. Maybe we could chop it up and go a little further on some of the West Coast, East, black history from the revolutionary base. Definitely. And run these fake gangsters out of here, man, because they setting a bad precedent. We got to get them up out of them Twitter space gangsters. I remember MySpace gangsters. Right. They got Twitter space gangsters now. That's a new breed. Right. They need to step their damn trolling up. damn clubhouse gangsters, man. What's wrong with these folks? But no, man. It's good chopping it up with you, man. Salute to the whole family, man.
Yes, sir.
Take it easy, my brother.
Man, shout out to you and the Queen, brother.
Peace and love.
Black first. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. All right, Black Alpha Network in the house. Appreciate it. So I think we will go ahead and wrap them up tonight. And that'll be the last call. I don't think we could top that anyway. So I will shut down the phones tonight. But one thing I am going to do before we get out of here, let me see if I still got this in here. We got to play a tribute joint for the family. Let's see. Tell me I need to go get it, do I? I think I do. All right. Let's see. Okay, so bear with me 1 second while I get this. Oh, but in the meantime, while I'm doing that, let me play this. Because, see, again, if you know, and that's why I like going back to older material, older lectures and speeches from our elders. Because, again, even when I'm playing some of theirs, they'll refer to their elders. So understand, we are just reoccurring energy on the same mission of empowerment. And, while we are now at this generation fortunate, thanks to technology, to further this message of empowerment like no other. And you are watching them spend, I think now we got a running tab over $100 million trying to combat something that they know has never taken or taken a corporate dollar ever. And they whooping that ass.
I voted for him. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I was out there with my wife voting for our brother. I, like you, am very proud that a black man sits in the White House. But I also understand very clearly, and we should understand that it is the White House. And until we exercise power to force that house to address our agenda. Now remember, our dear sister Julianne Malvo mentioned A. Philip Randolph. Man, that was a long time ago. And the cry was jobs and justice. In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. And what is the cry? Jobs and justice. Well, wait a minute. How long are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves?
And shout out and salute to all the voices of the new black media. Big major honors, double honors to the big three of the new black media. And most importantly, shout out to the chief administrator of the new black media, the birthday queen herself, D. Tubman. This one is for all of y'all.
I think we need to talk about some things are going on in my community, yeah. Ooh, now back in the days, a nigga got touched up when he done fucked up, and it was all good in the hood. You had to earn your respect now. But nowadays, you got bands over here, stands over here, stands over there. That's why I'm down to just a few homies. This was for my real ones, yeah. You know, Ray, this is for my
I guarantee that money still come. Big papa to these children. I've been on these meal runs. You should be giving thanks. pilgrim. Come and catch a wave now. You rather catch a case. I'd rather you catch a fade than catch a bullet to the face. Better man up. We come to get down. This ain't no stand up. Respect due. I come for it now. Fuck what your plan was. It's LA, VA. Still in PDX, but they better relay. I'm coming for them checks. Need a whole lot of commas for my people. That's my set. My circle small as your threats. Every dot I got, I connect. I'm a thoroughbred. Laced up to the world end. All my niggas riding, tearing shit up like a whirlwind. Then my day ones, literally, same ones. Two things to remember: who you got and where you came from.
All right. So we are about up out of here. So let me also shout out to the sister Eve and the brother Ogun Spirit for holding the spaces celebrating New Black Media Appreciation Month. I appreciate you, my sister. And if you are watching, I if I'm in a space and it's up to me to win, especially in such a situation where it's New Black Media Appreciation Month. I'm gonna always, in that case, defer to Jason Black. So if it's going to be me or him speaking, then I'll be deferring to him, unless it was deferred to me. So, so if you wondered why, like, and by the way, I accidentally hit the mic thing. So when you sent me back the request, I just want you to make sure I was not ignoring you, but I respect proper protocol. And when you have Jason Black in the room, I don't have to interpret for him since you got him right there. So by all means, he's gonna go first. So with that being said, shout out Black Mama. Hey, beloved. So yes, with that being said, thank you for holding those spaces. You held down the start out the big three, understanding tomorrow's the big coup de grace to the finale for Sister D. You made me. I'm the day 4 honoree. So, I can definitely dig it. And seeing all the people's tweets in response to the impact that New Black Media has had on your lives and the inspiration that it's been, and just even able to see all the collective voices and then all the collective people who have gathered around that, that was really also pleasant to see. So for myself, I would like to say thank you to everybody who supports New Black Media, supports this grassroots, and supports the Black First greeting and ideology. And with that being said, New Black Media is fighting the Battle of Jericho, and the walls of Babylon are about to come falling down, because Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall. and let us rise. Thank you to everyone who has called in tonight and chopped it up, man. I appreciate all of y'all. Man, dope show. Y'all just really, really made this the great month ender for New Black Media Appreciation Month. All the content creators that called in, Kid Gravity Beyond, Black Alpha Network, Afro Elite, Black Voltron Reloaded, Silent D called in. Who else did I miss? I did talk to Sister ZZ. She had some prior engagement because I just sprung this up last minute. So, but you probably be seeing her down the road too. Let's see. Summer Rain, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. So if you are new here, one thing we do on the Friday is our outro is slightly different. And I always want you to know that around here and the New Black Media, we are the real truth speakers. And I think that is what is changing around the world. And again, while when you're the salt and the loudest seasoning of the world, I guess it is only naturally fitting that when you start being activated, then the rest follows. With that being said, you can follow me on Instagram, beatzillapdx. You can follow me on Twitter, beatzillapdx. You can follow me on Facebook, beatzillapdx. And on Patreon, beatzillapdx official. And on Melanated People, Michael B. Zilla Whitmore. And again, also shout out to 6 Zeros. You guys go ahead and start going through your application, getting your sign up process for that. Because 6 Zeros is a foundational Black American B1 protected space. You saw the man himself. So in beautiful Hawaii. Oh, that's nice. But nonetheless, go get on 6 Zeros. And man, get that good unadulterated B1 content and perspective from a lot of contributors on that space as well. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And of course, if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you definitely can by way of donation at CashApp. That is $Beatzilla PDX. That is $Beatzilla PDX. And then, of course, at PayPal, you can hit that. If you do not have Cash App or Cash App seems to trip on you, like they do with so many pro-black content creators, you can do that at Zilla Music, or Muzak rather, and that's ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. So definitely all donations are much appreciated. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on all of you who have donated and given to this program and support this program. Also who support members of the New Black Media, all these voices of the New Black Media, so much appreciated. And thank you so much, Tia, to you. And to all of the people who have called up tonight, man, Black first, Black first, Black first. Appreciate all of y'all. And as we are always going to do around here and amongst the ranks of the voices of the New Black Media, the vanguard of Black empowerment, the stone of truth, always, because we already know who Satan is. Shalom, y'all. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
When you know who Satan is,
Yes, sir.
you don't have to kill him. No.
the stone of truth. See, that's what you throw.
Right.
Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.